It's like a loot machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loot machine.
Okay.
And good football Friday night under the Friday night lights. It's a Blue Friday, and it's time for WESCO versus KRKO on STSPN. Under the neon lights, if you will, at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Amp Harrell here, joined by Coach Steve Hannan, and of course Todd Elvig, the trio here for a massive intra-county clash. The team taking the field to your left, that's El Jefe. That is the North Creek Jaguars taking on the home-standing Glacier Peak Grizzlies. Coach, welcome to these proceedings.
Yeah, thanks. This is going to be an exciting game to watch. I've been looking forward to this all week long. Two really good competitive football teams. It's interesting now. We see North Creek on their sidelines doing the traditional KRKO way that we do the flag salute and the national anthems. We line up on our sidelines, and here at Snohomish Memorial, we always lined up along the 40. So we'll see if North Creek gets the hint here and heads out to the 40. But right now, they're doing the KRKO thing on the sideline, it looks like.
Well, this is another big KRKO-WESCO battle, and I learned very quickly in my first matchup here just how much pride is on the line. Coin toss won by the homestanding Glacier Peak Grizzlies. They will defer their decision to the second half. Probably a good decision in these wet, slick conditions. Veterans Memorial Stadium's grounds crew has been working their tails off, I'm sure, but sometimes you just have to gesture to Noah to get the boat.
Yeah, that's usually what you send your kids out there to do. If you win the coin toss, you defer. Let's get the ball in the second half when we know a little bit more about what we're up against here.
I agree with that. Now, you have seen both of these squads. You know a lot about both of these squads. Key to this game, not turning the ball over and running the football?
Yeah, just like every football game, right? Who's going to be the more physical out of the two is probably going to end up, and who makes the least amount of mistakes is probably going to win the game.
As the rain falling and the colors set to be presented, we'll go ahead and step aside for a break as we honor America at Veterans Memorial Stadium. This is Friday Night Football on STSPN.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
back here, ready for the opening kick. Pride on the line, if nothing else, as the 3-3 Jaguars make their way into Glacier Peak. GP still hanging on to a solid record and a solid rank. There is my WESCO record sheet. 1-0 in 4A and 4-1 overall. Very solid team and a very solid season, frankly, for both teams, Coach.
Yeah, North Creek's, I know they're 3-3, but they've lost to Bothell and Woodinville by a total of about 9 points in both games. I mean, so, but then we watched Glacier Peak just roll right over Woodinville. So
Yes.
it'll be interesting to see if Glacier Peak has that exact same kind of success against North Creek that they did against Woodinville. Yeah, I'm interested to see if Glacier Peak is as physical as they were that night. I didn't get to see the Marysville game and what happened there. But Marysville's really good, really fast, very physical, and they run that wing tee, fly sweep stuff that can really get a defense turned in knots.
Number 1 team in the state is Marysville Pilchuck.
Yeah, so no problem losing to those guys.
No, they deserve every bit of that because they were so physical you can't even believe it.
Also of note, the Pilchuck game is on KRKO tonight. On KXA, Silvertips hockey against the Seattle Thunderbirds.
Man.
So there is sports everywhere on a Finally Friday.
Go Kraken.
Indeed. And you notice the Kraken got their first win
I did notice that.
over my Nashville Predators.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I predicted it. And a squib kick taken at the 20, and we are underway from Snohomish. What a tackle!
Yep.
Knifing in Tyler Kinney on the stop. And just across the 20, actually, where do they put this? Just across the 30, excuse me.
Yeah.
That is where El Jefe will take over. I think that's actually the mascot's name, but I still think that's fantastic.
Hey, those were two Scud missiles blown into each other right there. This is going to be a physical game.
McGill, the quarterback. My first look at him, he had a solid showing his last time out with some aerial assaults. Shotgun sidecar right, whole lot of bodies that way as
he's
well.
open.
He will fling it downfield, and it is caught for a first down out to, if we could do this roster any smaller, J.J. Rockstad, the junior.
Yeah, the quarterback for North Creek is a special athlete. He is a difference maker. And if things break down in the passing game, that guy, he can get out there and roll on you.
He is unafraid to do those medium passes on the passing tree and just let blocking happen. Flips the back, give going right, and flung down by his head. Tackle made by...
That was the left corner, wasn't it, out there?
Connor Mayer, I believe, on the stop.
Just a great job by the corner, setting the edge, fighting through the block, and helping to secure that tackle. That's a -2, it looks like, on that fly sweep.
Second down and 12. I did want to show, not going to show this on the camera, but I do have a Discover card with the Preds logo on it. I'm not kidding.
They got one more loss on their record. Go Kraken.
0-1, and they've gotten Kraken at 1-1. Dropping back on second and long. Airs this one out incomplete. In coverage, Ashton Olsen for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and they had a North Creek kid open right there. The quarterback was a little bit off the mark there, and the pressure from Glacier Peak may have caused that errant throw.
I think he was looking for Declan Adams. 3rd and 12. Two by one set with a Ginch back left in Woodard.
Like Glacier Peak's thinking about bringing some pressure here.
Got him crowded in the box. Looks to the sideline, McGill for North Creek. High snap, pulls it down, drops that one off. Pass is caught. Good gain, but not enough for the first down out to Omar.
Boy, and that is another shot from that free safety coming down to stop him from getting that first down. But again, a great read by the quarterback. He stood in the pocket, he got pressure, and he delivered the ball.
Jaden Claps, dude has got some jets. 4th and 3, and showing that they're going to go for it. Former Baltimore Ravens assistant is the head coach for the Jaguars, and
There
they're
he
just going to
goes.
go with the quarterback draw, and he is stopped, and it's a turnover on downs. What a stand. Adam Troxel.
Wow. That is a big-time play on a 4th and 3, and that's a quarterback draw all the way. He just defeats the block from the offensive guard and makes the play. Wow.
Troxel, good hands, better feet. You're exactly right. He sheds that gap block and just says, "You are mine, sir."
Boy, that is a play. You know what? That is really good coaching by the defensive line coach, whoever's working with those guys at Glacier Peak, because he extended his arms, he read the play, he shed the blocker, and makes the tackle. Great job.
Off to work here, 1st and 10 from just across midfield for GP. River Lean, the quarterback. Jet motion in front with Claps. He'll set up to the right side. Low snap, picks it up Lean, gives it to Lechner and lets him do his thing. Lechner just punishing with the run. Tackle officially credited to Tanner Faldiani.
Similar to what we saw when they played Woodinville, isn't it? Just Lecter, he is a load to bring down for any school.
The only problem is that they are still having problems with that snap.
Yeah, and again, first snap of the game is down in the dirt.
Rolling around on the ground, not good. Still a gain of about 4. 2nd and a long 5. 10:21 to go.
Another one on the ground.
Snap, give, Lechner spins free and tries to flip the hips open. Woodward will send him backwards.
And another snap. I mean, that one rolled from the beginning all the way back to the quarterback, and they end up losing a yard there just trying to get the exchange right.
You know this, coach, better than anybody. You got to take care of the football. You got to have that center to quarterback exchange.
Yeah, and I mean, you know that he does it constantly. So I don't know if there's a wet ball out there. They got the ball boy down there working that ball with the towel right now. Look at him. Look at him just scrubbing that thing.
We're going to make this work. Gosh darn it. 10:05 to go. Quarter number 1, no score. GP on their first drive.
There was a flag down. We didn't see it. A little personal foul against Glacier Peak.
Oh, little extracurriculars after the play, it looked like.
Boy, yeah, I didn't see anything. I didn't know that was going on. This is going to be obviously a tough conversion now for Glacier Peak at a 3rd and
Yes.
25.
It depends on where they started this, but yeah, the sticks across the way. That is, I'll call it 13, 22, 23.
It'll be interesting what they do on offense here. Did they just run the ball and punt this thing, or are they going to try to get that first down?
And with the positioning on the field, you got to get to the 50 to the original line of scrimmage.
Whoa.
Penalty marker down.
It's a false start by Glacier Peak.
Left guard, perhaps.
I think it was the guy on the right tight end who the H back there on the right. I thought I saw him jump.
GP loves to run that H back, that Ginch back. That's shades of old school football.
Yeah. It's very similar to the I formation, fullback lead stuff that we used to see years ago. It's just a newer, updated version of the same type of thing.
Let's see, that is 17-27. Yeah, 3rd and 27, just like the scoreboard has. Or, 3rd and wherever the closest school is.
You don't want to make a big mistake this early in the game on a wet night.
River Lean from the gun. Pistol set. Stops, looks, off the play, fake, has a man, airs that out. Did he catch it in bounds? They're going to say he did. Catch is made by Logan Sarzak.
Hey, that's a nice 10-yard gain right there. Just for the punt team to come out and not lose complete field position here. You don't want to flip that field position in a negative for yourself.
Well, another thing that I'm surprised you didn't beat me to it. Wet ball, bad snaps. Last thing you want is to go 10 more yards in the opposite direction.
Yeah, exactly right.
So in a rugby scrum kind of night, it's a draw thus far. Knuckler angles to the sideline. That is a very pretty punt. Effective out to about the 27.
So far, it looks like the defenses have had control of this game, which isn't shocking, right, with the weather that we see out there right now and the excitement of the game and the start of the game that usually favors the defense a little bit. Now let's see if North Creek settled down a little bit and just wants to execute their offense. This will be an interesting drive here.
Amp Harrell, Steve Hannan along for the ride. 9:30 to go in the first quarter. Pushing the buttons and man in the sound, Mr. Todd Elvig. 9:30 in the first. Snap, I thought that was a false start. Give up the middle, and it's a slow developing play, but good for a couple.
Yeah, he found a little sliver in there. I'm not sure that's where that play was supposed to go. It's like if the guys are reaching, it's supposed to go outside. Glacier Peak got a nice push up there. 76 got a nice push up there, and it made the back cut up and pick up a couple.
Fialdini on the lead block. And I don't think I have a 76. Could be 75 Owen Olsen.
Okay. For Glacier Peak?
Yeah. Oh, no, sorry, for
Oh, I was talking about Glacier Peaks. So.
Glacier Peak, sorry. Dropping back, dumps that one off. Pass is complete to Rocco Traore.
He's a good player. Rocco's a good player. I've played against him now for a couple of years, and he is a special. He's got some gifts, that guy. So we'll keep an eye on him. But that ball was a contested pass, throw, and a really good catch.
Well, I got to give Rocco credit. He showed him his number. Showed the quarterback his number, put the hands in there. Ball was thrown only where he could get it. And that was either an incompletion or a catch.
There he goes, the run again by the quarterback.
That looked like an RPO.
It looked like he was going to bootleg, and my guess is that the coaches told him, hey, we're going to run a boot here. You don't like it, you just run for the first down. Let's see on the replay. Yeah, I think that's just a boot go.
He keyed off of Micah Harrelson and said, I'm either going to get decked or I'm going to run for my life.
Yeah, and they just wanted the first down there, the initial first down of the game.
1st and 10 from the 38. Gunn with the back to his right. Receivers everywhere. Dumps that one off short. Ow! Punishing run by Fialdini as he pays that one off ahead of, I think Ashton Olsen tried to lay the wood.
Yeah, and it looks like North Creek feels like they came into this game with a game plan of getting the ball into the flats. That was the running back out of the backfield in the flats, and they feel like they've got something there, and they have picked up yards.
I don't have access to a huddle account, Coach, but what little I was able to see, that seemed to be their game plan. I don't think it was against the Vandals, we'll say, but forget which game I was watching. But dropping back, fires, and just as I said, they don't throw it long. They threw it long and just overshot Riley Elvig.
Oh my gosh, he is open by 4 or 5 yards. I mean, if that ball's on the money, that is a touchdown, North Creek. North Creek lost one of their best players a couple of weeks ago. Number 22 broke his leg, and he was their best wide receiver and corner.
Max Bowden,
Yeah.
5'10", $160, and a senior.
Yeah.
You definitely hate to lose a senior.
Yeah.
2-by-1 set on a 3rd down and a yard. Toss crack, right side blocked up well. There's the first down and a little bit more. Tackle cleaned up by Grayson LaFleur of Glacier Peak, but it's a first down, Jaguars.
Yeah, again, North Creek thinks that they have found something on that edge. You know, Glacier Peak likes to run that base 4-2-5 defense, and that puts the strong safety on the wide side of the field, and they are attacking the short side of the field where the defensive end's going to have to, or the inside linebacker is going to have to get out there on that play.
It was a good job blocking inside by Woodard on the H-back spot. Snap, give, going left side this time. Right into the A-gap and not a whole lot there.
Yeah, Glacier Peak does a great job inside with those big bodies, plugging that stuff up right up the middle. And that's just a typical zone read play right there. And the back just did not have a crease. Glacier Peak did a great job of filling up all their gaps.
Michael Fant, I think, on the tackle. Brings up a 2nd and 8 for the Jags. No score early. Well, not too early, halfway through the first quarter. Motion left, give left. Cuts back right, a little counter motion, and perhaps a waggle to pay it off by Fialdini.
And I think, again, they're trying to get outside here on this. This is outside zone, and Glacier Peak's defensive front is getting good push, and it's making the back cut up the field where he doesn't want to go.
Harrelson on the stop for the Grizzlies. 3rd and 7. Just shy of the 40. Some twitching up front by the Grizzlies. They are ready to hit somebody. And that's something I like to see, Coach.
Yep, and North Creek is now changing the play from the sideline.
6 in the box immediately, dropping back. McGill feels the pressure, slung backwards, going to pump, and then he gets taken down. Could not get rid of it, and it's a sack for the Grizzlies.
That's a big play. That's a great play. That's the defensive end. Look at his hands again. The Glacier Peak defensive linemen are using their hands really well, fighting off blocks, extending their arms, and making the play when given the opportunity.
Jacob Erickson with a sack lunge for the Grizzlies.
Great job by Jacob.
And it's punting time. I think that's McGill, the quarterback, back there.
That's dangerous. He's got a long way to go here, though.
And that one's blocked. That one is blocked into the wet earth and touched up across the 40. Be careful country here.
And now there's mass confusion. All the high school kids are huddled around the ball. Am I supposed to touch this? Am I not supposed to touch this? I don't remember what the coaches said.
Coaches kept yelling at me.
Yeah, I don't want to be the one. But that did get blocked. And fortunately for North Creek, the ball went forward at least. And Glacier Peak's going to get it at what, 42, 43?
So what is the rule on that? If they blocked it, that means they already touched it.
Yeah, they've already touched it. Glacier Peak now, if they touch it now, it becomes a fumble.
Well,
so
I
they
thought
want to just...
The block would have been
The block
already touched by the Glacier.
Well, the ball's already touched by Glacier Peak.
Yeah,
Correct.
Glacier
yeah.
Peak blocked
yeah.
it, so
yeah.
couldn't they return it? Yes.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Almost showing a stack there, flipping the H-back right to left.
Oh,
Give
there we go.
Lackner big hole and a big yardage-saving tackle made by Sung-Young Lee.
Yeah, and he comes down him. That's a big, Lackner's a big kid. Look at him coming through there, and the safety just ankle biter, right? Just making sure, hey, I'd like to make a little business decision here, and we don't need to take this guy up by the shoulder pads. Let's just get him on the ground.
Saw a great YouTube clip of, I think, a game from last year from the NFL where a running back was trying to stiff arm or fight his way through, and he basically cleated someone in the face. That was the business decision. Misdirection and running it left side. Lechner in the rain. Everybody went one way. Whoa, Lechner tiptoeing along the sidelines, and he gets about 5 more.
Hey,
That was
Lackner,
amazing.
he made a double spin move in the backfield. He spun, and then he spun again, and he hits the corner, throws a guy out of bounds, and continues to pound ahead.
Riley Elvig and your family, I'm sorry you had to see that replay. He got trucked.
Yeah. Hey, that Lackner, is it Lackner?
Lechner, yes.
Gosh, he is a powerful runner.
He's already committed. He's a junior.
Where's he going to go? Do you remember? We'll have to check on that.
We'll get our correct stat team in the truck looking that one up. Dropping back, lean, fires that one out.
Got it.
What a grab! Unbelievable, Cooper Jensen.
That ball was a little far out front, wasn't it? And he just tracked it down.
He slid down on this wet turf, but he put his body and his hands between ball and ground.
Yep, and that's a catch, man. And we'd heard about these receivers, right? We didn't get to see them in the Woodinville game, the last game that I was at, because they were injured. But here they are now, and they are big, tall kids.
Under 4 to play. Snap, lean, play fake. Pressure in his face. Dumps that one off. Complete and out of bounds. And that's again to Cooper Jensen.
Not much on that one right there. That quick little hitch play, and Glacier Peak ended up getting a couple of yards there, but it doesn't look like the Grizzlies are concerned about putting the ball up.
Nope, especially considering the wet ball and the wet ground.
Yeah.
But they're making safe throws.
Yeah. That last one certainly was. But again, I don't know how long you want to keep the ball out of Lechner's hands right here. You're getting down by the goal line.
Claps and Jensen to the right side, along with the Ginch back, Owen Gluth, I think. First time seeing him for yours truly. Pistol set. Lean, give. Lechner
go.
off
There
a
it
great
goes
block.
again.
Trying to string this one out. Stiff arm, ducks his head, and dives for the pylon. Or rather, the sticks.
Yeah, you think that, hey, that's a really well-blocked play, and Lechner's out there. He's going to get his 4 or 5 yards, but he ends up getting 8 or 9 yards all the time because he's just so big and strong. He just muscles his way forward.
Austin Elman's going downfield and headhunting. He'd already blocked in the backfield, and so we went out and found somebody to lean on.
That is just looking for work, right? Just a young man that loves to play the game of football, and he's looking to put his pads on someone.
Looking for work. I love that.
Yeah, that's a good saying.
Approaching,
It's not mine.
Standing on the shoulders of giants. Lean dumps that one off. Left side. First down and then some. And that's going to be a 1st and goal.
Just a quick, fast screen, which means the receiver doesn't even move down the field at all. He just turns and gives his number to the quarterback. The quarterback flips it out there, and he runs as far as he can get. And that was a good 7 or 8 yards.
Another one for Sarzek, showing that number 7.
You got those big receivers, and that play can be really effective with sometimes, high schoolers have smaller corners. And it looks like North Creek's got smaller corners right now.
Watch the receiver. Actually, you can't watch the receiver on your screen. He's off the play to the right. They're going to give to the left side. Wobbly legs, and Lechner goes down for a loss of about 2. I was wondering if they might possibly look off and go to Cooper Jensen, who had single coverage to the far side.
Yeah, you see, look at his, my goodness, the advantage as an offensive coordinator looking, boy, wouldn't that be easy just to throw the ball up to that guy.
Well, here's the mismatch. The corner is 5'7", 185. The receiver in this spot, 6'5", 210.
And it looks that disparaging, does it not?
Yes, it is easy money. But they're going to bunch everybody in, and this is a run formation. So watch a leak out into the flat. Straight drop. Look, lean.
There he is. Nice
backfield.
call.
And just, what an attack into the end zone. Touchdown, Lechner, and the judges give it all 10s.
And you called it. You called that play. Look into the flat. They got Lechner out there. They gave him an opportunity to score. There goes the defensive end off the edge. Quarterback, great throw over the top of the defensive end. Then you get a good block by your big wide receiver, and then you get Lechner knocking down bowling pins on his way into the end zone.
That is exactly how you draw it up. Or at least it is when you're playing Madden.
Yeah, that's a truck stick, right?
Right analog stick, bang. 6-0, extra point pending. Snap, set, kick on the way, into the night, and good.
All right.
New score with $1:43 left in the first. 7-0, Grizzlies over the Jags on STSPN.
Yeah.
And back here after that big touchdown drive, GP with a 7-0 lead, and it was the Lechner show, but briefly turned into the Air show, Coach.
But yeah, and I'm still thinking about that hot coffee that they were just showing on the commercial. And I'm thinking it's a cool night. Are we gonna get some coffee up here at some point? I could use a little bit of cream and sugar in there.
I think that the sugar huddle is going to have to do for now, but.
Yeah, that was an impressive drive by Glacier Peak. And it looked like, what I saw against Woodinville.
This is a team that likes to dictate tempo and dictate style.
Yeah, powerful football team.
That one just on the ground, and the turf monster sneaks up and helps.
Little slip and fall, and North Street's going to start pretty deep in their side of the field.
Fialdini, I think that was one of those where you put it on the ground, it's end over end like a ninja star, and I think he was afraid of dropping it and lost his footwork.
Yeah, I like squib kicks in a rainy situation like this, though it looks like the rain has stopped out there for now.
Yeah, I like to compare what I can see with what I can see on the screen, and I can't see it raining in either place. Motion to the right, McGill, snap and a give Fialdini. Follows his blockers, but getting into the backfield quickly for the stop. Micah Harrelson meet me at the running back.
Yep, and there you go again. Look at where they're attacking. It's the short side flat. It's a different type of play, but North Creek thinks that they have an advantage out there. And number-wise, they probably do, but the Glacier Peak defensive front right now is dominating the game.
Well, I think one of the reasons they're attacking short side or short side right is because watch the interior of the line bow back because of all the beef that Peak has in there.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
McGill dumps it off. Complete, and a stick just popped him. Torrey Watkins on the stop. But another short completion. Relatively safe.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like North Creek's got two guys kind of in the same area there. I wonder which one made a mistake.
Woodward on the grab, and it's 3rd down, and we'll call it 4. Just across their own 30. McGill looks to the sideline with Fialdini to his right. H-back right, 2 receivers to the right as well, and a whistle.
Something went on.
That sounds like a false start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why would they stop to play that fast?
Exactly.
Right? This has been a fast first quarter. Holy smokes.
25 seconds left in the first quarter.
Both teams running the ball a little bit. That'll burn down some clock in a hurry.
Raining again. Dead ball. And that's defensive encroachment. Or defensive offsides, excuse me.
There's a first down, right?
Yeah, that was a 3rd and 4, so that will move it across the 35. I almost said it's not always a false start because there are those dead ball offsides calls, but you don't see them often.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you don't.
I was afraid to sound dumb. 3 to the right, shotgun.
Uh-oh.
Sprint out right side. Looks like he's going for a sprint pass, but again, reads Harrelson, ducks, dives, and picks up about 6.
Boy, it is really pouring out there now.
Wow, we talked about it not raining, and then the heavens opened
Wham.
up.
But there you go. Now you got a Glacier Peak player down, it looks like, over there on the sideline. But the quarterback, again, he's a difference maker.
Timeout for injury. Oh, excuse me, timeout for the end of the first quarter.
Yep.
Well, we'll cover all of that after this. 7-0 end of 1. Glacier Peak over North Creek on STSPN.
We at Gene Johnson are here and ready to help with our touch-free service. Being clean and safe are at the top of our minds. We're using gloves, masks, shoe covers, and lots of hand sanitizer. Our software allows us to get your approval without any physical contact. We hope you don't need us, but if you do, we're ready. Gene Johnson.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Back here, start of the second quarter. Amp Harrell, Steve Hannan, Todd Elvig at the controls as Glacier Peak has a 7-0 lead on North Creek here in Snohomish. I do have some sort of projections, if you will, going into tonight's action for WESCO playoffs. But let's get the first play of the second quarter before we get to that.
We got 16 still in the game. He was limping off the field. Looks like he's not in the game right now. We'll keep an eye on number 16. He's down here on the sideline.
Standing back, McGill dumps that one
Oh,
off.
my.
Incomplete, but what a brutal collision. Roll that beautiful bean footage if you don't mind.
No,
It's
he
a
blocked that.
Yeah, he
pass.
just knocks it
He
down.
just
76 is gigantic.
There we go. That is a high vertical leap for big number 76, Austin Emmons. 6'7", 270, and the
Yeah.
over the PA system.
Yeah.
Bubba.
Big fella with ups. I just saw the collision. I thought he was taking on the tight end.
Oh, they're trying to set up a screen. They got it set up.
Screen set up near side, blown up, but he will squirt across the 50, and that's enough for a first down. Pass complete to, did not catch that.
Number 6.
Number 6. Oh, that's Fialdini.
Yeah, we've said his name a few times tonight.
He is a running back by trade, but has some soft hands and gets that first down.
And not large in stature, but he runs pretty hard. He has no problem lowering a shoulder in anybody.
5'8", $170. First and 10.
And you know he ain't no $170. He's about 155.
Oh, you're not talking
They
about
always
somebody
round those up a little bit.
Yeah.
putting a toe on the scale or
Coaches
using a
do.
different tape measure. Play fake. McGill has a man out in space, caught out of bounds. First down to Jamal Omar.
Are you kidding me right now? That was the right hash from the 45, and it landed on the 30 on the far side of the field. That is a heave.
Dude has a cannon.
Wow. And on the money, teardropped it right into his receiver.
Kennedy McGill, the senior. Keep in mind, this is only the 5th year that North Creek has existed.
Yes.
What a program that Coach Myers has put together.
Yep.
Running it left side, that short side, that little rub again.
Yeah, that's where they've been attacking tonight. They think they have an advantage there. And in a 4-2-5 defense, you're going to have a little soft edge out there. You just run out of room.
Clock stops, so this is a bit of ball control as well. They're going to dictate not just tempo, but time, they being North Creek.
And doing it a little different than how Glacier Peak does it. Give the ball to Lechner and let him steamroll guys. They're doing a little more finesse.
1 by 2, left to right they go. Actually, 1 by 3 with the Ginch. I thought that was a false start as well. Fialdini will duck his head and get in his face. Oh, what a stiff arm. But he is tackled by the man who got victimized, Ryder Wilkinson.
And that's just old-fashioned counter tray in a trips look. So they counter tray away from trips, meaning they pull 2 offensive linemen, one to kick out, one up in the hole, and the back had a nice seam.
They've been trying that all night, and it hasn't been working, right? And all of a sudden, there's a little hole.
And that's offensive coordinators need to stick with their plays and what they feel comfortable with.
Actually had the offensive coordinator written down, but all the preparation in the world. Fade, back corner, out of bounds. Just a bit too long for Omar.
Yeah, ran out of room, and now North Creek is running some wheel routes and some trickery, and Glacier Peak does a good job with their safety, staying deep. Number 45 for Glacier Peak stays deep.
That's Ryder Wilkinson again.
Yeah, and he's there. So it's interesting how North Creek would go to trickery at the 15-yard line here.
Finesse versus smash mouth. Shotgun again, backside car left. Toss crack, short side. Excellent work by Glacier Peak to just fight off their blocks and say no.
Yeah, fellas, and I know we're just saying the same thing over and over again, but they're just going to the short side. They're on a hash, and they're trying to attack that short side of the field. They obviously saw something that they felt like they could exploit over there, and at times they have tonight.
Worth noting, the running back, Fialdini, is back in the game. That was Sung-Young Lee on the run.
Okay.
He wasn't able to get free and pay that one off. 3rd down, and we'll call it 10.
Oh, they're coming over here.
High snap. Ducking his head and just running for the goal line down to about the 1. McGill on that quarterback draw.
And this is what we just talked about a minute ago. Offensive coordinators make a game plan for a reason against the defense, and we saw the quarterback draw earlier in the game, and it did not work. But the offensive coordinator goes back to it because he believes in that particular play. And there they picked up big yards.
It shows why they believe in that particular play. And just running the ball inside, driving for the goal line. Is he in?
Quarterback sneak.
I thought he was in.
Oh,
The official on the far side finally puts his hands in the air, and it is 7-6.
What the heck took the official? Look at the quarterback. He's on the soccer goal line, for Pete's sake, by the time the officials are still looking around. Oh, my gosh.
Where did he go? Where did he go?
And that looked like Glacier Peak got caught a little bit, not quite ready for that snap. North Creek did a good job of running from the huddle to the line of scrimmage and doing kind of quick snapping them there.
Something to keep an eye on here. That's not Gonzalez. That's not their usual kicker out there. Snap, set, kick on the way, and hits the upright, and it's no good.
Oh, my gosh.
Give me a cookie on that one. I will do my homework, but with that, we need to step aside for another break. It's 7-6. Glacier Peak still with a lead. 10 minutes to go in the half on STSPN.
Fred's Rivertown Ale House was established in July of 1994 and is located at 1114 First Street in historic downtown Snohomish. Each time you visit the ale house, you may expect to find new beers and new food choices. Fred's Rivertown Ale House is well known throughout the beer community. Oftentimes, we are the first choice for breweries to introduce new beers, limited or specialty beers, and beers you just won't find anyplace else. At Fred's, we like to say that once we get you through the front door, our friendly service, relaxed family atmosphere, and our quality food and beverages will keep you coming back.
Back to it, 10 minutes to go in the first half. And stick around in the post-game show as we'll award your Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game. Appreciate their support as well. But get your adrenaline going if your regular kicker's not out there and the backup bangs one off the upright, Coach.
Yeah, and those, as a coach, when you miss an extra point, it's anxiety. That point could come back to get you, and you know it right when it happens.
Handling the kickoffs and squibbing this one on the ground is not that kicker. And different returner in here, Gabe Russell fighting free. Good effort by North Creek's Declan Adams to wrap up and then rip at the football.
Yeah, but he eluded about 2 North Creek tacklers on the way. Probably picked up an extra 10 yards right there by and holding on to that football. Good job.
Yeah, he eluded, by my count, either 4 or 5 before Adams tried to rip it away. 1st and 10 from just shy of the 40.
This is good football.
It really is very good competitive. That's a very good point. Very good competitive football. 2 good football teams, about the same caliber. We'll see if Glacier Peak can start to impose their will here a little bit.
16 Watkins back out there for GP. Lean gives to Lechner. Oh, what a stiff arm around the edge, and it's a first down and more out to near the far 40.
Yeah.
Just watch this stiff arm very early to spring this play. Bang!
And they're giving him the ball so deep in the backfield, you think, there's a flag out there, it looks like.
That's probably a hold.
Did you see the coach? He dropped his hands like, oh, come on.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he's so deep in the backfield, it takes him an extra second or so to get to the line of scrimmage. And a lot of times,
grab and claw, turn it around.
Defensive lineman trying to break loose from the hands, and you end up holding them.
Now, going into tonight, your playoff pairings, if the playoffs started tonight, you would see Snohomish at Marysville-Pilchuck, Arlington at Edmonds-Woodway, Terrace at Stanwood, Shorecrest at Ferndale, and Oak Harbor at Monroe.
That's an odd spot. That looks like 8 yards to me. I don't know of an 8-yard penalty.
That's a spot foul on the hold. So.
Oh, I see.
Give Lechner again, and he is bottled up this time. Did what he could with it.
Yep, not much there that time at all. Good job by North Creek, standing up the offensive lineman from Glacier Peak and making a play on the ball.
Fool me once, fool me twice.
Yeah.
But you ain't going to fool me again.
Yeah.
But Glacier Peak, I think, is doing, they've run that play a handful of times for big success, so you don't want to go away from it yourself. No. You want North Creek to force you to go away from it.
And Lechner is a horse.
Correct.
You can ride him, and he just keeps coming back.
Yeah, that sounds like my good buddy Tom Berg saying right there.
Deep pistol, dumped it off near side. That was almost like an instant spot screen to Sarzak.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, and we saw it earlier. Just throw it out there to those big receivers. It's an easy throw and catch, and they're so big and strong, they just plow ahead for 5 or 6 yards.
There's some pitch and catch, Coach. Pitch and catch.
There it is.
There's a lot of beef on both sides. You look at those. There's some big linemen on both sides of that deal.
Well, looking up front, Austin Emmons at 270, anchoring that line. I believe they've got Adam Troxel out there at 235. High snap, play fake, lean, drops, sets his feet, feels the pressure, airs this one out, has a man caught.
My God.
It is Lechner with a man on him as a suit, and he makes the play out to the 30.
And Glacier Peak sees North Creek run the wheel into the end zone earlier and said, you know what, we've got that in our playbook too. And off he goes on the wheel route. And he was looking at him the entire time. The entire time he knew exactly where he wanted to go. And that is one heck of a catch.
And Sung Young Lee on him like a cheap suit, and nothing you can do. Pistol again, motion right. Watkins to the right side. They will run counter motion off of it. Little miscommunication, and it just turns into an inadvertent option. Good job by River Lean to make something out of nothing.
Yeah, something went wrong there with the connection with the running back, but you're right. They both just ran into the same hole, and they picked up a pretty good gain.
Now, you got in my way, but I'll just treat you as a blocker. Kind of felt like, did you see the anniversary of the game of the century where Georgia Tech beat Cumberland College 222-0?
Oh, my God.
One of the great lines in that game, the running back dropped the ball and it bounced towards his teammate for Cumberland. He said, "Hey, pick up the ball." I was like, "You dropped it, you pick up the darn thing." Snap in the give, left side. Lechner again, because of course it is. Tackle made by Mateo Fa'aiu.
Okay.
Sure, Kateo, excuse me.
Sorry, Mom.
Yes. I wasn't prepared for that many vowels altogether.
What do we got? Is it third down here? Third down and 3?
Yes.
Okay, so we're down to the 25-yard line here. So this is going to be an interesting call. You give it back to the big fella, or
I probably
put
would.
the ball in the air?
Doesn't look like that's Lechner back there, though. It's not. It's his backup. Snap, give, and
Look
he's
at him
in the
driving.
Backfield, trying and driving.
He's going to get it.
Ryan King.
Ryan King got hit with about 2 yards on the wrong side of that first down marker and just pushes and drives ahead. And then he got a little bit of help from one of his number 77 for Glacier Peak.
Big 77 Joe Johnson.
So Joe Johnson got in there and helped push his running back forward for that first down.
I think 66 on the defense helped a little bit too by inadvertently.
That happens a lot, doesn't it?
Kateo Fa'aiu. And I think on the other side of it was Brady Goff. Wide side of the field right for Claps. A little razzle-dazzle for River Lean. He will prance. He will hustle it toward the sideline. Oh, a little okey-doke, and he's out of bounds.
Man, if you're watching that play from up here, you're just thinking, River, just run and get you. There's nobody between him and the goal line.
There are two things I want you to do in that situation. Run forward or run out of bounds before you get hit.
And he wants to throw the ball so bad. He's looking. There's
got to be a dude down there somewhere.
Yeah, and he could have run easily for that first down and maybe even snuck one in the end zone, but here we go.
2nd and 3. Didn't make a mistake. Didn't cost his team an opportunity. Got the wedge set up here. Snap. Straight drop for Lechner. Has an opportunity to the sideline. Caught Sarzek out of bounds around the 5.
That's a pretty good defensive play. He was beat. The throw was on the money. The receiver makes the catch, and he's got to get that guy out of bounds. And look at how open he is. And there he just gets him just enough to the 4-yard line.
Tackle made by Riley Elvig.
Ooh, that's getting close.
No relation, I assume.
It's not 59.
Didn't we retire that number?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we did. First down and goal to go from the 4. Pistol set as it has been all night. High snap. Got to get on that River Lean. Tries to stutter and bubble out, and finally just discretion is the better part of valor. Out of bounds in the rain.
But what are we? I mean, the snaps have been a little bit of a problem tonight already, but River, you don't have to take the 10-yard loss there.
Just throw the ball?
Just throw it.
Yeah.
Just throw it. And I'm sure Coach Keck will have a conversation with his quarterback when he gets him over here. But, you know, that River, he's a playmaker, and he's looking to make a play.
He is a gunslinger, and you can just see it twitching in his hand.
Yeah.
Also, if you're watching this later on the replay, watch Joe Johnson and his footwork. He's fun to watch out there on the perimeter.
Okay.
Dumped it off short. Complete to Cooper Jensen. He does what he can with it.
It's going to be 3rd down and goal here, I think, from what, about the 9, 8?
8.5. We'll split the difference.
So I think we're going to maybe even a field goal attempt here if we don't get into the end zone.
Now watch the personnel out there because they've got King as the tailback. Or, excuse me, the halfback.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a true tailback in a pistol set.
Yeah.
And I'm not calling that a fullback either. Sarzek and Claps to the left. 2 receivers to the right. Play fake. Feels some pressure. Steps up Lean. Gonna run. Feels it in his face. Steps to the side and gets free. Stutter steps and out of bounds. Ball came loose, but he is about 3 yards short.
That was a heck of an effort because he should have been about 7 yards short.
Yes.
And he broke 2 tackles there. A pretty good block. 52 comes back into the picture and makes a pretty good block. And
Jacob
now it's
Erickson.
decision time.
Yep.
What do we got? The offense is going to stay on the field, it looks like?
I would burn a timeout here with 4:50 left
Yeah.
and just make them think about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's see what we really want to do here.
Lechner. Oh, no, he's not even on the field.
Yeah,
is
it's King again. And that's interesting to keep the Hoss off the field on 3rd and now on 4th down.
Do we
he?
see
Maybe
him
he's
on
too
the-
obvious.
Perhaps.
We got that H back in there now. See if we. Oh, and
Lean
this,
goes up the
another.
ladder, gives King into the end zone. Does he get there? No. He is stopped short on the doorstep. Hang a gold star on that one for North Creek.
That looked like a touchdown to me. Right when he got down about the 1, it seemed like, hey, nothing's going to keep him out. Probably could have lowered our pads a little bit there and maybe sneaked into the goal line. I'm sure that the coaching staff will chat a little bit with their running back. It is interesting that Lechner's not in there right now. It seems like a prime time to have him in the game.
Yeah, well, he's been pulled a couple of times on 3rd down. I have seen that happen in this game. Now, remember, when we saw them last, the two of us, he got dinged up in the second half.
Okay. Do we see him on the sideline? Does it look like he's dinged up or?
I don't know. I haven't seen
No,
a
I
15.
see him down. He doesn't look like he's.
Okay, so it was just a strategic move.
Yeah.
So down at the 1 foot line, be careful country for the Jaguars. McGill
Quarterback sneak.
under center, and he will shove the pile forward. And I got to give credit to the offensive line for North Creek as they moved, among others. I think that was Jackson Lara and Joe Johnson up front.
Yeah, it's too many yards. I mean, that's frustrating as a defense. You got them on the 1 foot line. You're going to give them a quarterback sneak for a yard or 2, but
They got about 6.
yeah, you don't want to give up that much on a quarterback sneak, and that's a good play for North Creek and not as good of a play for Glacier Peak.
That's kind of a momentum changer for them not to be able to get it in from the 3.
Yeah. We got to check our mental toughness here now.
From the gun this time. Give, trying to get around the edge, and hole closes quickly. Good job sitting down in the gap. Jacob Erickson again.
The Glacier Peak is doing such a good job with their big guys up front, pushing North Creek's guys back. North Creek's trying to get outside with that outside zone play. It's just that it's the defensive front from Glacier Peak not allowing them to get out there.
On the right hash. 3rd and 4 for North Creek.
Oh.
I missed it. I looked down. And that's a fake, and that's a keeper around the edge. And a big run for Big McGill for a 1st down.
You're going to see the halfback flinch here, which very easily could have been called a false start. They let him reset, though, and now it's a quarterback counter tray, and that quarterback gets loose for a 1st down. That's a big play here in this game right here. 3 minutes to go into the half. North Creek's got a long way to go, but that was a big play. That shifted the field.
Straight drop. Good protection. Dumps that one off. Looking for a screen inside. Nothing doing. Tackle made by Michael Fant.
Much better job by the defensive line of Glacier Peak, feeling that screen, getting off their blocks and running to it. Inside linebacker, also number 54, does a great job.
Yeah, that was Michael Fant, 6'1", 215, and a senior.
Yeah, he looks every bit of that. He is a big, thick kid that runs pretty well.
7-6. North Creek looking to come back. Down a point, a missed extra point with their everyday kicker out. Play fake. Looking McGill. Has a man in space. He trips and he falls down.
Yep, but he's covered, right? I mean, there's a blue jersey right next to the white jersey there. That ball was going to have to be perfect, and the wide receiver is going to have to make a really good play. You got to start thinking now that North Creek's trying to get some time off the clock here. 3rd down and 11. Interesting decision here. Try to get the 1st down and possibly throw an incomplete pass and give Glacier Peak pretty good field position with 2 minutes to go. Or do you run the ball here and force Glacier Peak to use a timeout?
Keep in mind, GP gets the ball back to start the second half, too. Don't want them to string possessions together if you're the Jaguars.
Right, and that looks like that's what's going to happen here unless they can get 11 yards here on this play.
Hard count, snap, give. Fialdini ducks his head and doesn't get much.
I think that's the right way to go about if you're North Creek too. Force Glacier Peak to use one of their timeouts.
Erickson on the stop. 2:01 left and the clock is stopped, and that's a timeout for Glacier Peak. We will keep it right here. Oh no, we'll take it as well. Back after this on STSPN. Back here to the Veterans Memorial Stadium at Snohomish High School, and home field for Glacier Peak as well. Amp Harrell, Steve Hannan, Todd Elvig on the controls, and it is 7-6. Glacier Peak leads, and Glacier Peak awaits the punt from North Creek.
And this is a good opportunity right here for Glacier Peak. Like you were just talking about, they're going to get a 2-for-1 here. Can they make something out of the next 2 minutes? As we watch the band walk onto the field for their halftime show.
The band has their priorities in order. They're just here to see us. Oh, and that one is kicked into the lights. A high punt that will take a couple of rolls for Glacier Peak.
Yeah, a big bounce back toward North Creek's end zone. Glacier Peak's going to start on their side, on North Creek's side of the field, about the 42-yard line. That couldn't have worked out better for Glacier Peak.
Yeah, and you noticed those North Creek kids, when they saw that ball, they were like, yeah, we're downing this right now.
Oh, yeah, it was going back the other way in a hurry. And let's see what Glacier Peak can string together here with 1:53 to go.
Pistol set, high snap lean, dropping back and bubbles into a screen. That one to Lechner, and he has got room.
Great block.
Jukes again, 360 spin, diving to the pylon, and he is in, standing up. Touchdown, Lechner. Well,
that's a 5-yard pass across the middle. They fake Lechner the ball. He heads to the middle of the field, turns around, the linebacker split, and then he just heads down the sidelines. Great blocking downtown. And there's another spin by Lechner, and then he's never on the ground.
Nope. You are going to struggle to tackle that young man, especially off first or second contact.
Wow, he is an impressive player. This is the second time I've seen him, and he has been extremely impressive in both. And the blocking downfield was so impressive on that.
McAfee for point. It's a big
Looking
one.
for work.
Looking for work.
And,
and finding some.
Yeah.
Penalty marker down on the point after.
That's going to be North Creek's offsides right here. Glacier Peak might think about going for 2 right now.
Did they call a timeout there?
No, I think they jumped offsides. North Creek did, and they're going to put it half the distance to the goal right here.
But this is a full-on huddle. You don't
Oh,
really
I
see
see what
this.
you're saying.
You don't see this often. So, okay, they're just using every moment of that play clock on the extra point.
Yeah, I think they were trying to decide, gosh, we just moved the ball half the distance to the goal. Do we want to go for 2 here now that we're so close? But it looks like they're just going to kick the extra point.
I don't know.
I don't know. There's Lechner.
That's Lechner. That's not McAfee. They're going to go for this.
Yeah, you're
thing.
right. They did send the offense out there.
River Lean will go from the pistol. It's a
Get
goal
a good
line
snap.
pistol. Snap, give, right side, has to string this one out, sets his feet, dancing backwards, and that's not going to work.
That was an ugly play.
Well, let's take a break here. It's still 13-6, up by a touchdown, Glacier
but
Peak.
just a touchdown now.
Yeah.
On STSPN.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
It's like a loop machine. Going around town, trying to get down. It's like a loop machine.
There you go.
Back here to Glacier Peak as the Grizzlies have a 7-point lead, a missed extra point, and a Riverboat Gambler missed 2-point conversion. Keeps it at 7.
Well, I don't know if I'd give this guy the Riverboat Gambler. You can't reuse that on.
No, coach.
The Gamblers down at Union.
Yeah.
I'll learn. You guys will teach me. Not a whole lot on my out-of-town scoreboard as this one is squibbed.
Oh, that's kind of nice. Isn't it?
Yeah, that dances back to the goal line
Oh, boy.
and decked in open space.
So now this will be interesting. I believe Glacier Peak still has 2 timeouts left. There's 1:30 to go into the half. And Glacier Peak, or North Creek, is now stuck on their own 10-yard line, 15-yard line, somewhere in there.
Isn't that a teaching moment there, Coach? Because he should have let that go.
Should have let that ball go, and he may have thought that it hit one of his players previous. I'm not sure. But, yes, you want that ball to go into the end zone. And you can see the Glacier Peak staff talking right now, hey, we got 2 timeouts. If we stop them on first down, let's use these timeouts and see if we can't get another one before the half.
Minute 35 on the clock. And out at their own 11. Empty set and going to dance around a bit and then sling this one downfield.
Looks like North Creek's going to help Glacier Peak here before the half. If they're going to throw incomplete passes, I mean, Glacier Peak's got to really be thinking now, we've got a chance to score before the half with 2 timeouts in our pocket. It's 2nd down and 10 and
But
no time off.
Did you see that grab, though? It was out. But watch this one-handed grab here, though.
Oh.
I don't. Did he?
That
No,
was-
he didn't. He didn't.
Well,
catch
he
that.
didn't.
He didn't
He-
catch that.
Oh, okay, he didn't. Okay, sorry.
Coach caught it.
I was going to say, that got me. I was like, wow, that was a pretty good play.
J.J. Rogstad, and then that one incomplete, intended for Luke Naldret.
Yeah, I'm not sure what North Creek is trying to do here. I think this was the wrong approach. Now we got 3rd down and 10 with 1:26 to go, and they're going to be punting from deep in their, almost into their end zone. And Glacier Peak's going to get another shot at this thing before the half. You got to run the ball here if you're North Creek. You have to.
I think they're going to throw it again.
Oh,
And they
I
will.
think-
No,
oh,
they're going to keep it on the ground with that draw and put McGill in harm's way.
There's Austin again.
And not a lot of yards there. So now, does Glacier Peak use the timeout here? The clock is stopped for some reason.
Yes.
See, I think this worked out about as good as it could for Glacier Peak.
And we need to, we'll take another timeout here. Minute 20 left in the first half on STSPN.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
There you go.
Back here on 4th down and 6 for North Creek. McGill will punt
Oh,
this
and they
away. That
blocked
one
it.
was blocked as well, and nearly a scoop and score, but a touchdown-saving tackle, 58, Junho Park.
Holy smokes, you guys. This game just turned on a dime right here. This has been a very competitive football game, and Glacier Peak now has a chance to go into this thing up by a couple of touchdowns at halftime.
Got to see if the Jaguar defense can dig in here in the high rent district.
Yeah. And here's where a coaching staff makes their money when they send that defense on the field. Hey, this is your moment, fellas. This is that sudden change that we talk about all the time. We have got to know our assignments, fill our gaps, and make our plays.
Micah Franz, this is on you, amigo. Pistol set. Play fake to Lechner, rolling out to the right side. Pass is caught, has a convoy, in standing up. Touchdown, Cooper Jensen.
Wow. Boy, did they make that look easy.
Something ain't right here.
That's just a little tunnel screen, good bootleg action off of it, and then there's your big receiver right there. That's a good block.
They only needed one block in that area. There were 4 dudes who just had to pay admission. They were watching this game.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. And that tunnel screen on the goal line, when you're talking inside the 20 in the red zone, is so hard to stop because a lot of defenses will be in man-to-man coverage when you get down in that area. And the tunnel screen is a great call against man-to-man.
Be careful here.
Going for 2 again.
River Lean on his own. I would not be surprised to see this as a quarterback draw.
Got some fly sweep, and there you go.
There is the fake of the fly, and he is in standing up. 2-pointer is good, and Glacier Peak gets this thing back to 21-6. Break for our stations. Back after this on STSPN. Back here trying to think through the processes. Glacier Peak up by 2 touchdowns. Actually, 2 touchdowns and a missed extra point.
I can tell you this, it's a lot easier to second guess sitting up here watching the game in the friendly confines of the booth than it is down there on the sidelines with the chaos surrounding you. So I'm not trying to take shots at any coaches or anything. It's just, it was curious sitting up here that some of those decisions North Creek made right there.
Approaching and kicking this one in between. Takes a hop and goes out of bounds. That's a penalty.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, but with a minute to go, probably not going to hurt you, but you don't want to give the other team the ball on the 40-yard line either.
Did you see how those few players finished their routes into the end zone? You know what? I'd like seeing all players do that. I don't care if it did go out, right? You finish your lane.
Yeah, and again, that is just good coaching. Glacier Peak does a fantastic job of coaching their kids. And we've talked about the blocking downfield and trying to find work, which is something that my good buddy Tom Berg used to always preach back when Rory was here, his offensive line coach, finding work.
Gosh, that is just like profound.
Yeah.
Shotgun for McGill. He will stand back in a heave, has a man in double coverage in complete clean play, clean breakup.
Yeah, tough to run post routes, with a minute to go in the half when you've got 80 yards to go for a touchdown. So good job by Glacier Peak. Nobody's fooled, and the free safety's back there along with the corner to get that ball on the ground.
McGill and, frankly, Coach Myers, they don't do a ton of this vertical passing. It's underneath stuff and intermediate routes. Snap, give. That is Lee on the run. He will get out of bounds after a gain of officially 3.
And I think that's the right call. You run the ball to get into halftime and regroup, and then your running back runs out of bounds and stops the clock anyway.
Whoops.
Ay, ay, ay.
And he's a senior, so you can't say that was a freshman mistake.
And you know what? This is a good club. I really like North Creek's football.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. And then they're a well-coached football team, no question.
Timeout, or at least a stoppage of some sort. personnel change for equipment.
Yeah, exactly. There's some kind of equipment issue going on there.
Reggie Valmonte out. Subbing in is Caleb Koffler.
Might be some up-downs on Monday for that one.
The fans seem they're excited to get the youngster in the game.
That was a false start, and everybody knew it. Miscommunication on the delay to the snap, and either J.J. Rogstad or Stephen Woodward got an early start on that one.
And again, North Creek is attacking the short side of the field. They ran the ball to the short side. They were just about to throw the ball to the short side. When are we going to see them get their guys out in space a little bit out here on the wide side of the field?
I think this is entirely on purpose. They don't want to do that mismatch in space because size and speed advantage GP.
Yeah, it sure looks that way, doesn't it?
2 receivers to the wide side right. Snap and a play fake. Pops it over incomplete and out of bounds.
That was almost an interception.
Yes. Mercifully for the Jaguars, that one went out of bounds.
And there's still 45 seconds left on this clock. And if the punter gets off a good one, maybe they get out of this thing unscathed. But if this isn't a good punt, or, I mean,
they've been blocked the last 2 times.
Or even blocked. I mean, Glacier Peak could almost put this game to bed.
This is not what I expected, especially in a 7-6 game.
It feels like it's a 7-6 game. It doesn't feel like a 21-6 game.
That's what I'm saying. I think there might be a couple of mistakes made here or there, but North Creek looks like a football team that just can sting you in a minute if you get complacent.
Yeah, agreed.
But they can't get out of their own head.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And they're taking a long time to talk this one over. Are they going to get a delay here?
I don't know.
We want to do a shout out to all of our new Rumble viewers. We're streaming on Rumble tonight for the first time.
All kinds of platforms.
With all of our other platforms.
Okay.
We added that platform to.
We got a stoppage and a timeout here as we salute those Rumble folks. So let's take care of business. Back after this, 46 seconds. Back here on STSPN with 46 seconds left to go in the half. Let's get this punt taken care of, and it's a good one. It's probably the best punt of the night for the North Creek Jaguars, and that one goes out of bounds. And good effort by Jaden Claps to try and return that one, but it was out. Big score update. Arlington with the shocking lead over number 1 in the state, Marysville-Pilchuck, at the half, 28-7. I don't think anybody in the booth saw that one coming.
High school football, that's a crazy, crazy game. Don't be surprised Marysville doesn't come back somehow. And
yeah.
I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, do your homework. Play the game in front of you.
Yeah.
You know what? It could be the same situation. Glacier Peak kind of looked past Marysville. Marysville might have looked past Arlington.
After that big win against Woodinville, I mean, Glacier Peak had to have been feeling really good about themselves. And you're right, that might have gotten in the way in that game a little bit.
37 seconds to go. Pistol set for Glacier Peak. Straight drop. Pump fake, loads up, then fires that one right at the sticks, complete. Cooper Jensen.
That was impressive by River. Wasn't that? Did you see him stand in the pocket? He wanted
a freeze.
Yeah.
Nope.
The little pump fake. He wanted the deeper route. It wasn't there. He's on board with his receiver who's running the deep route, realizes, nope, they've got that covered. Sticks his foot in the ground and comes back to the ball, and the quarterback delivers it on the money. Very impressive.
30 seconds left from the 45 now.
And he stepped out.
Yeah, stepped out to stop the clock.
30 seconds still on the clock.
Lean, looks, feels some pressure in his face, outruns it. Right side, airs this one out, and it is caught, and it is stopped out of bounds. Big play, Logan Sarzek, and give Rocco Traore credit for the stop.
Oh, there was 2 receivers in the area for Glacier Peak, and one of them came down with the ball.
Mine.
And now they're inside the 10, 17 seconds to go, and they still have a timeout, I believe.
And they were out of bounds on the stop. Traore, the worst thing he could have done was tackle him out of bounds.
Yeah.
Play fake, lean, running.
There you go,
Lobs that
son.
one downfield, and a good play for an incompletion.
Fantastic play by the quarterback there. Just did not have what he wanted from the beginning, and just threw the ball out of bounds. There you go. Let's not lose those yards.
Of note, Arlington is playing Pilchuck for the lead in the 3A North. Let's not overlook that.
Yeah, maybe Arlington's better than we think.
Yeah.
Perhaps 4-1 in the league going into that matchup.
That's Arlington? What's
That's
Marysville?
Arlington.
They're unbeaten, right?
Yes, 4-0, 6-0 versus 4-1, 5-1. That's a big time matchup to keep an eye on, or perhaps an ear on. KRKO with that call in addition to us.
All right, let's see if we can 2nd down and 9 here.
Pistol set with 10 seconds left. Pressure, drops, airs this one out to the end zone, incomplete with 5 seconds left. Intended for Logan Zarzak.
Really nice defensive play by the North Creek defender. He's running step for step and just gets that left hand up to tip the ball away. And you can see the disappointment in the Glacier Peak receiver. He thought he had a touchdown right there.
Zarzak was waiting on it, but Luke Naldret said no, sir. And
Came up empty.
Timeout with 5 seconds left. Timeout, Glacier Peak will take it as well. Back after this on STSPN. Back to it on a 3rd down and goal to go from the 9. Glacier Peak looking to punch one in and perhaps put the kids to bed early. North Creek digging in with some good defense on these last couple of plays, though.
This is obviously the play of the game on both sides. North Creek can't let Glacier Peak in, and if Glacier Peak does get in, like you said, bedtime for the kidlings.
Warm up the bus, Grandma.
Yeah.
Empty set here, empty backfield. Quick strike, fade pattern. Oh, what a jump by McGill, the quarterback, with a second left. So now what do you do, Coach?
Field goal.
Do you go for the field goal?
I'm watching it.
Yeah, they trot out. They trot out Sam.
Okay. And what's the field goal unit like here at Glacier Peak?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
Okay.
Sam McAfee out of the hold of Caleb Koffler.
Well, we don't have any problems with PATs, and this is basically just a little glorified PAT right here.
Well, line of scrimmage is the 9, so you're about 7 yards farther back.
And on a hash.
So that means it's about a 26-yarder. Snap set, kick on the way, drives it through, and it's good. And we will go to the locker room up 24-6. Glacier Peak makes a statement, Coach.
Well, that ball would have been good from another 20, 25 yards out. Easy. So I think we've learned a little bit about the Glacier Peak kicking game.
It is working, if nothing else. 24-6, Glacier Peak on top of North Creek. Back with the halftime festivities after this on STSPN.
Ashton Olsen, 6 foot, 175, wide receiver, DB.
Torrey Watkins, 215, 6'3", tight end, inside backer.
Luke Anderson, 195, 5'11", defensive end and left guard.
Caleb Koffler, 5'11", 165, quarterback, DB.
Jaden Klops, 6 foot, 175, wide receiver, DB.
Ryder Wilkinson, 6'4", 200, wide receiver, safety.
Matthew Lilick, 5'10", 185, running back, DB.
Michael Fant, 210, 6'1", inside linebacker.
Austin Emmons, 6'7", 270, offensive tackle, defensive tackle.
Matthew Mitchells, 5'9", 175, offensive guard and defensive end.
Jack Fullerton, 155, 5'9", wide receiver, DB.
Reggie Valmonte, 5'7", 170, wide receiver, DB.
Grayson LaFleur, 5'11", 200 pounds, outside linebacker and tight end.
Connor Putt, 6'1", 210 pounds, offensive tackle, defensive end.
Spencer DeHaan, 5'9", 160, running back and outside linebacker.
Jacob Erickson, 6'1", 205, center and DN.
Luke Owen, 6 foot, 170, center inside backer.
Anthony Guerrero, 6'2", 250, right tackle and defensive tackle.
Chase Cumming, 5'4", 155, running back and D-line.
One of her favorite elements in GP is spending nights on a football field with friends and being able to wake up to play classic. Please welcome Prince William Performing. He is known by his parents Kathy and Robert Performing. William is known as VP for being the president of America, as well as opening the doors to him to his art education. After high school, he wants to attend U.S. State University for music and aviation. His role model is Mr. Larson because he is featured in activity that raise towards everyone's attention. He builds student staff up with inspiring and motivating. So his favorite high school memories is winning 4A, WESCO, and soccer. club, we have STSPN. They provide students with the opportunity to volunteer their skills through community service, food, and fun. Our next club is choir. They are providing courses for students and development on your musical excellence and pursuit curriculum. What is it like for you to be yourself and work on community efforts?
Introducing Corey, the new recruits. Our Seattle area plumbing company just keeps on growing. Every day, every job, every person is a champion on our team. How we support each other to support our customers is changing the game.
Hey, Gene Johnson Plumbing and Heating, Corey here. How could it possibly be this great to work for a plumbing company? Gene Johnson Plumbing really sets the bar. They are trend setting the nation for a plumbing company. My wife, in the first time in years, wants to bake and cook for my team. Gene Johnson Plumbing is my new plumbing home away from my own. And I will stand by that until I retire. I'm happy.
Experience respect, pride, and appreciation for doing great. work.
Daniels Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniels the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniels and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniels.
You can almost smell those fresh ground beans. Airfield Espresso at Harvey Field has been serving delicious cups of gourmet happiness for over 25 years. Excellent service and lasting relationships is their top priority. Stop in and experience the kindness and joy that exude from this special place, one cup at a time.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
And back at it, second half action under the lights and behind the neon here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. STSPN live coverage. Amp Harrell joined by Steve Hannan, the coach, and on the ones and twos, making it sound so good, Mr. Todd Elvig. 24-6, a 7-6 game that very quickly got out of hand, Coach.
Yeah, it feels like the game should have been a lot closer score-wise than it is. That being said, Glacier Peak's going to get the ball first. And if they go right down the field and they implement that physicality that we've seen and they're able to drive down the field and score, it is going to be tough on North Creek to get back into this game.
It's going to be tough enough even if they go 3 and out and punt the football.
Right.
But I'm trying to figure out which one would be tougher for me to overcome if I'm a player for, or perhaps the head coach, Torrey Myers of North Creek. If they chew up 5-6 minutes running the football, pounding the rock, hitting us in the mouth, and then pay it off with a touchdown, or if we have a one-play scoring drive where Trey Lechner just gallops to the races.
Yeah, I think either one of those scenarios is obviously a bad scenario for North Creek. I mean, emotionally, you know, how long can you keep your kids in the game on a one-play touchdown run when you're already down 24-6. But you're right. It's, you're able to move the ball on the ground and pound out a 5 or 6 minute drive, and that's just as demoralizing. So this is a really important series for North Creek, and we'll see how they did there at halftime, see what adjustments that they were able to make, and maybe it's just get their minds right, for the second half. Let's go out, let's go 3 and out, let's get the ball back, go down and score. We're in a brand new football game, and I think that's what you got to try and do.
Speaking of getting your mind right, I do have a couple of scores of interest. Cascade up 42-14 on Shorewood. That one in the fourth. And as we already heard, the shocking upset in the making at the half. Tom Lafferty confirmed it. 28-7, Arlington over Marysville Pilchuck.
Let's see if that stays up.
Taken on the run, Ashton Olsen picking his way carefully. And he gets upended by Declan Adams.
Pretty good field position here to start for Glacier Peak. And here we go, right? Here it is. The North Creek defense has got to bow up a 3 and out. You don't want to say it's a must at the half, but boy, this is an important first series.
Well, we were talking about taking away the football. If you're North Creek, an interception or a fumble recovery on a wet field, that would be a blessing.
Changes the game. Changes the whole feel of the game.
4-man front with now 7 in the box for North Creek. Snap, give, Lechner. Oh, big hole. Big hole and great blocking as he is spun down after a gain of about 8.
Boy, and it looked like they had him all bound up in there, and somehow, God, I just don't know how he gets through there.
He has got the powerful, thick thighs, but he's bendy. He's flexible.
Yeah, and he does show that, and great vision to find those little creases to get through. You're right, he's pretty nifty, his feet. He's not just a power bull rusher all the time.
Jet motion. Snap. Trap underneath. Miscommunication at the mesh point. Running for his life again. That might have, I thought that was a cut block, but no, it was on his own. I don't know what happened, but I think that was Adam Troxel that got in there and just flipped the dude.
Yeah, there was something weird that happens right here. Oh, I see. He does. Yeah, I thought I saw what you saw. He's just stock blocking is the corner, and the corner runs in so hard, and he just stays with the block and ends up burying him.
I think that was I thought that was Kyle Martin, the defensive or the offensive lineman. Yeah, and I think that was one of the guys that got caught up in that car wreck in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and who is this that we're looking at for North Creek? Is that number 7?
Yeah, I can't see a TV number. They don't have them on the shoulders.
Yeah.
So
you see Coach Myers in there talking to the official about, hey, that was an illegal block right there, but we just saw the replay. It wasn't that.
Yeah, nobody was engaged. Just one of the defenders got confused and ran into an already tough situation.
Yeah, and Coach Myers doesn't have the replay like we have, so he saw what we were really confused when we watched it live too.
I didn't see a second guy in there, but it totally looked like, and it was number 7 for North Creek, Rocco Traore.
Yeah, they can't afford to lose that kid. He's a difference maker for them.
Helmet off, which means he's going to have to sit a play. Just watch in the middle of the screen as this play developed. Yeah, he was just getting blocked to the ground.
Yeah.
Put a helmet between the numbers.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that play by Glacier Peak at all.
I actually don't know who that was because I saw a 4 on the Glacier Peak jersey, but it wasn't a lineman. Oh, it just was number 4. Okay, my bad. Dropping back, airing this one out lean into double coverage, incomplete. Speaking of number 4, Cooper Jensen. They had him on an island, and then he drew double coverage and very nearly had a 1st and goal.
Yeah, I mean, you got a kid like that out there who's, what did you say, he's 6'5" or 6'6" or something.
Cooper Jensen, 6'5", 210.
Yeah, you can afford to chuck one of those up there, even in double coverage, and there's a chance he's going to come down with it. So,
2nd down and 10 after all of that. Want to give a shout out. Got to give a shout out to the cheerleading squad for Glacier Peak. I have the roster, so I want to recognize the cheerleaders after this play. Pistol, snap, Give. Nice delay handoff Lechner, but an excellent job of staying at home by Brady Goff to deny that one and bring up a 3rd and long.
This is a fantastic play by Brady. Look at him take on the pullers, and Lechner's the play is to go inside of that kick out block, and he doesn't like what he sees, and he tries to bounce it, and it was played perfectly by Brady.
And he was taking on a big dude already in Adam Troxel, 235.
Yeah, it just stuffed him right in the hole. It was a really great defensive play.
Hold the line. We'll get the cheerleaders in a moment.
And 3rd and 13 here. Big play for North Creek's defense.
Loss of 3. Snap and a give, and he will ride it inside and then bounce it outside. And the cavalry comes, and it is a stop and a punt upcoming.
Yeah, we've seen that play now 3 times, and it's an option play by the quarterback, and he's sticking it in the belly of the running back, and he's trying to read that defensive end, and he's just pulling it so late. The whole play is stopped.
It just takes so long to develop.
And the defense is running to the play. I think I'd like to see them put that one in the pocket.
So let's recognize the cheerleading squad here. Tabitha Biasco, Cheyenne Bigby, Dylan Carmen, Tatum Cone, Peyton Chin, Gabrielle Dellinger, Liliana Espinoza, Abigail Garner, as we're lining up for this punt, taking a little extra time, Cassidy Halverson, Ashlyn Hatch, Ellie Jensen, Lindsay Koch, and we'll get to the rest after the punt.
It's a good one.
It is a nice one, and it'll kick straight up in the air, just shy of the 20. And will actually roll down to the 14. Wow.
There you go.
Rest of the cheer squad: Avery Main, Bridget McDougall, Alex Peterson, Ellie Russell, Sarah Shaw, and Senna Suidam, under the advising of Jenny Jordan.
Good heavens. That is quite a cheer squad.
Yes, it is.
Go Grizz.
Appreciate the folks in the truck with their great camera work as I'm spotlighting the cheerleaders. Man, we've got a great crew. 9:16 to go, 3rd quarter, 24-6. Give and a big blow up there. Rugby scrum for a gain of about a foot.
North Creek is just bound and determined to attack the short side of the field. They refuse to go to the other side.
I think they don't want to play that numbers game where when you're putting a hat on a hat out in space, if you've got a long ways to cover, so do they, and I think that Glacier Peak, are faster.
And I think that was the game plan, and it's obvious what they're trying to do. Here's a counter tray coming back towards us.
And blown up. He will lower his head and move forward. Tackle made by Grayson LaFleur. I think he was the homecoming king tonight.
Oh, was he really?
I believe so. He had a crown.
Wow, that was very well done. Wrong shouldered by the defensive end, and the inside linebacker fits right over the top, just like Coach Keck would draw it up.
Gain of 2 on the first play, gain of 2 on the second play, brings up a 3rd and 6.
Big play for North Creek here, big play.
Need a conversion for the Jags, 24-6 GP. McGill drops and airs this one out. Wow, in a window, and he makes the grab. That is Woodward.
Boy, I don't even know if you can call that a window.
Chucks it through the drive-through.
Yeah, I mean, that is a small window.
Through 3 defenders. Just watch this one. Wing and a prayer. 2 defenders in the backside coming.
And he hangs on to that ball.
Tackle made by, among others, Ryder Wilkinson. 1st and 10 from the 27. Snap give. Bubbling it out near side and taking on 2 dudes going across the 30. Penalty marker behind the play on the run by Sung Young Lee.
Yep, and that is what North Creek did not obviously want. Oh, it's a block in the back, isn't it?
I think it is.
It's like I saw a little push in the back, and I don't think
they called holding.
Okay, all right. Okay. Well, it looks like the holding was away from the play.
Yeah,
it probably had nothing to do with the run.
It was backside because everything in front of me, I saw a little chip, but it wasn't enough. Yeah. And I saw the block in the back too. But
yeah, a little push in the back, arms extended. But, North Creek, they've had a hard time moving the ball consistently this evening anyway. And now they're really in trouble back here.
18-point game with basically a quarter and half a quarter. That's all you got left.
Yeah.
Play fake, rolling to his right. Airs this one out in space and just sort of short hops it.
Yeah, he had some time out there. Just nobody was really wide open. He did have a guy open right around the 30-yard line, but there was a Glacier Peak defender right there. The ball had to have been really well thrown, and he went with the safer option and ended up going in the dirt anyway.
I think he was looking for Naldrett there, but nothing doing. Second down and call it 22 after the penalty.
And Glacier Peak in pursuit, making him throw that ball when he probably didn't want to.
7:15 and the clock stopped on the incompletion. Third quarter. Dropping back McGill quickly gets rid of this one, and it's at the shoe tops of Woodward. And this is something I don't like as a KingCo guy. When things get bad for North Creek, things get worse in a hurry.
Yeah, they're still a young team. You'd mentioned that they've only been in existence for 5 years.
Yeah, this is their 5th year.
Yeah, there's still some growing pains going on here. They have good players. They have good coaches. They're working hard. But they don't have that foundational element to draw from that Glacier Peak has had for these years and years and years of playoff experience.
It's like when you pull a thread, the entire thing starts to unravel, and it happened on their own 1-yard line earlier in the game.
That's correct.
Rolling out, throwing on the move. That is a nifty play. Good stop by Jaden Claps.
Yeah, this quarterback for North Creeks, he is a difference maker. Glacier Peak does a good job of setting the edge, and the quarterback finds a receiver, and they pick up, a good 10 yards there on that play.
Actually, 11 by my, 13 by my count. 4th and 9.
Still not enough, right?
Yeah, the completion to Jamal Omar. Yeah, I love the ranginess of the quarterback to run around a little bit and then sets his hips.
Yeah, he's legit. He's a legit athlete, no doubt about it.
Punting time, perhaps, as he will club this one away. That one made the noise. And dropped at the 40. He will pick that one back up, and Claps will do what he can with it and get across the 45.
And field position is almost as important as anything right now for Glacier Peak. If they can just knock out a couple of first downs here and keep North Creek down in the far end, you're talking time off the clock, which is what Glacier Peak wants.
Just run the clock if you're GP. You're up by 18.
That's right.
The easiest way to lose this game is to beat yourself.
Yeah. Run the ball and run the clock. Even if you end up punting, you're winning because you're up by so much and the field position is on your side. You just don't want to make any big mistake right now and get momentum going against you.
1-by-2 set, Ginch back right, pistol for lean. He'll give, and Lechner is hit immediately, and dragging defenders, he'll pick up a couple.
And he's still not down.
They finally blew it dead right as you said that, but
it's like a rugby scrum out there.
This is the way that GP plays football right now. Put a big body on a big body, have a thick running back, and just ram for every blade of grass.
Yeah, we'll take our chances with that, right? And that no gain there on that particular play, but the clock is running.
Under 6 to play in the third. Lean, play fake, pressure in his face, get rid of it, son. No, he is sacked and taken down by Kateo Faiu.
Yep. So Glacier Peak's thinking that North Creek's probably thinking the same thing, right? We're going to run this ball 3 or 4 times. We didn't like the result on first down, so let's put the ball up, see if we can't gain a few yards here, and then run the ball on third down. North Creek makes a play, and let's see if this can't change North Creek's fortune a little bit here.
I don't know if that was a stunt or what, but you really do not want a 220-pound defensive lineman just firing free.
Nope, you don't want that. So now Glacier Peak is set to throw again.
Steps up, spin move, and they will grab cloth and strip the ball away. Great recovery by the Grizzlies right there. Coming back for it, it's your buddy Torrey Watkins, number 16.
Wow, and he's on a wheel route all the way down the field, and he comes all the way back for some reason. What great hustle by that young man.
Quarterback was running for his life, and if Watkins doesn't come up with that,
well,
you got the big fella 77, Joe Johnson, flopping onto the ground.
Well, and then you get the change, right? That was what North Creek needed to get back into this game, and not a punt here, not a great punt here, and North Creek is really starting to gain a little bit of momentum here. That is a good punt.
Solid punt, and it takes about 3 or 4 good hops for GP, and it'll be down inside of the soccer line about the 12.
And that's just annoying for a coach. The punt should land at the 30, and you got your punt. You're a punt return. You're a catcher. That's what you do. And you let the ball bounce, and you lose 15 yards of field position. It is annoying.
Folks, a special disclaimer. He is a head football coach. And I have a feeling that special teams is something that a lot of coaches struggle with getting the buy-in.
Catch the punt.
4:03 left to go in the third as we move on. Glacier Peak back on defense, crowding the box. Toss crack right, working that short side again.
Yeah.
And he will get some room. Decked out of bounds by Jacob Erickson.
Yeah, he did get a little bit of room right there. We got the wide receiver out there stock blocking. You got an extra blocker out there on the short side also, and one less defender. And North Creek is sticking to that game plan. We are going to attack the short side of the field with some success on occasion.
Yes, and a good block by Andrew Goff out there for the Jaguars as well.
Mm-hmm.
For those who are still new to my broadcast, loving the big dudes. Got to take care of the big uglies up front. Snapping a give right side. Little hesitation by Lee, and he will rumble towards the sticks.
Yeah, first down for North Creek. They're starting to get a little rhythm here on this drive. It's still Glacier Peak is doing a good job up front, though. They're still driving the North Creek offensive line backwards.
Bend but don't break.
Yeah, it's hard to be successful on offense when the defensive line is shoving your guys backwards.
2 receivers to the near side for the Creek. One of them getting no coverage at all. Now both of them are wide open, but they'll look to the short side and go incomplete, intended for Traore. Good to see him back out there.
It is inexplicable.
Those 2 dudes on the near side, and that in that case, I think it was J.J. Rogstad and Jamal Omar, witness relocation program. They do not exist.
They're not doing anything on the wide side of the field.
I mean, we walked up defenders in man coverage, and then they both walked off. Watch here. 1-on-2, and he'll walk back
Look at
in
all
the
that
zone.
room. Look at all that room out there.
And they'll go in the middle and incomplete, intended for Declan Adams.
Yep, and that was close, right? That could have gone the other way. Also,
third down and 10.
Really interesting to watch how North Creek is attacking Glacier Peak. They have found something on film that they are married to. And with 6 points on the board, I don't know that you could say it's been super successful.
Not especially. Sub will check in as Jordan Yandilla will check out. 295 on the scales for Yandilla.
Good kid.
Straight drop, pump fake, airs it out, has a man 1-on-1 to the sideline. Did he make that grab? I don't know, and it looks like they're going to say he did.
That is one heck of a catch.
Jamal Omar, number 11. Watch him all alone, blazing down the far sideline. Air mail, 1-on-1. One hand to pull it in.
He's in.
That is beautiful.
Wow.
Hang a gold star on McGill as well.
Hey, you don't see that catch on Saturdays or Sundays.
Dropping dimes.
Wow. Great play by North. Let's see if that gives him a little kick here.
And they'll go with Lee, and Lee is just a bit undersized. Going with 4 instead of 6 in there, and 2:23 and the clock runs.
It's a little counter trade back to the short side of the field, and Glacier Peak does a great job of filling up those gaps right there. We got another North Creek kid down right now. It's like a 5 number out there.
I think that's Woodard actually, or is that 55?
Yeah. 55.
That's 51.
51 maybe.
That would be an underappreciated lineman in Jacobus Van Rooten.
And we should be able to notice him right away with his pink shoes.
Fair enough. I've been distracted by the guys with the bright highlighter yellow shoes.
Yeah.
Or what is it? That Nike has a special name for that color. Basically, it's Oregon.
Oh, sorry. Was that on air?
Yes.
Yeah, my apologies.
Oh, and look, there's that Nike color on the cleats of number 13 Rockstead.
The guy in the witness protection program.
Yep. All alone. They'll walk up some token coverage for GP on 2nd and 9, but again to the short side. Pass is caught. Gain of about 6, 7.
Yeah, a nice little route there, a little curl route sitting out there. Quarterback hits it on time, and it's a pretty tough play to stop. I think the Glacier Peak corner did a good job of planting his foot and driving on that, but a good pass and a good catch is going to beat that every time.
Aldrett on the gain, and it's 3rd and short. Let's see what they do here.
Whoa.
Couple of bucks off the insurance warranty for someone's phone in the booth. Snap and a give inside, and should be enough for a first down.
Yeah, that was a nice little play. I like this drive from North Creek. They're doing a good job of doing what Glacier Peak has given them. They're taking their curl routes, they're taking their flat routes, they're running their counter trays and their little zone reads, and they're moving down the field here.
Sung-Young Lee on the carry and a good job of swabbing the hole. They basically went goal line from about the 30.
They're figuring something out here.
Lee, short side, cuts it back. He gets stood up but falls forward. Another hard thing to teach. That's a good gain of 6 or 7.
There we go. You know what? Give North Creek credit. They are sticking to their game plan and what they think they have an advantage for. And it's paying off on this drive.
I'll let the guys in the truck know that I know we need a break soon, but we'll get to that shortly.
Yeah, we don't get a break when they're playing football, guys in the van.
Yeah, well, hey, you got to pay the bills, too. 45 seconds left in the third. That'll probably be our next stoppage. Flip the back, empty set. McGill, screen. If he can turn the corner, he has room. He does not turn the corner as they try it with Traore in motion, but he is stopped by, I think that was 16 Watkins.
And this might be the first play that we have seen North Creek run to the wide side of the field, and they get nothing.
Yes, I think we were both proven right that if they have that much turf to cover, I think that just GP's faster.
Yeah.
Hash mark left. We haven't seen this much either.
We have not. They've been away from us the entire game.
The short side is the near side, the left. Lee, the tailback. And a false start. Let's just make sure we're correct on this. Oh, actually, it wasn't even a false start. The clock just ran out. They could not get a play off before the end of the third. Back with a fourth quarter call after this on STSPN.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Back here on STSPN, Amp Harrell, Steve Hannan, Todd Elvig on the call. 24-6, Glacier Peak in front, but a good solid drive here for North Creek facing 3rd and 5. Knocking on the door of red zone.
Yeah, we're in 2-down territory here.
Especially down 18. McGill dumps it off complete. Woodward breaking tackles and finally stood up and dropped down Ashton Olsen.
Yep, that's a good open field tackle by the corner, fighting off a stock block and getting his first pads on the ball carrier, but he does fall forward for another 3 or 4 yards, and North Creek is in business.
First and goal from the 9. Nose of the football on the right hash, 9-yard line.
Yeah, you got to give North Creek a lot of credit, their kids a lot of credit for sticking in here and continuing with working with their game plan, and let's see if they can't cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Traore in the backfield with McGill. Dropping. McGill looks. Comebacker caught and taken down at the 1. That's Declan Adams.
Yep, a short side of the field, little bootleg out here to the right. And he's wide open. And they get him the ball. Good execution by North Creek.
Olsen on the tackle again. Backing him up was Michael Fant in space.
That's a long 1 yard there. That's about 1.75 yards. Oh, here comes another quarterback sneak here trying to catch. Nope, there's
snap,
powered
give,
in.
Lee, and he will get small and get into the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Yeah, North Creek's doing a good job there right on the goal line of breaking the huddle, running to the line of scrimmage and running that was a right guard power play here. And Glacier Peak seems like they're not quite ready for the snap. They're going to go they're going to kick it here. Okay.
Interesting situation. Last time that they tried, stoinked off the upright. It's a technical term. It's a stoink.
I don't think you can use that in what's the game spelling game?
You can't use that one in Scrabble.
Yeah,
and it is powered up and through. I did not get the kicker, but it's not Octavio Gonzalez. We will step aside for a break. 24-13. North Creek coming back on STSPN.
Tyler and Matt, Waterline.
Hey, how you doing? We're here in the U District on a Thursday, replacing all the buried galvanizers in the line.
Each of our homes depend upon their connection to water and sewer.
Hey, we're under the porch, putting in all new PEX, replacing all the galvanized, including the hose bib.
Over time, these lines age, change, and break down.
We're making our last connection. Matt's capping an old galvanized water line, and we should be done for the day.
Our Waterline team can help to make sure your connection runs smooth, healthy, and clean.
Yeah.
Back here on STSPN. I want to thank our sponsors, including, among others, Adrenaline Fundraising, sponsor of the Player of the Game, and have a sponsor who's a proud American Family Insurance agent out of Monroe. Is that Miss Sally? Yes, it is. Miss Sally Petty. Look at that.
Look at you.
Dropping dimes. You could save a few dimes if you talk to Miss Sally Petty.
Beautiful.
I do this for a living,
Beautiful.
son.
Beautiful.
I do this for a living,
Look
son.
at that.
STSPN all over the social media universe, by the way, so appreciate everybody listening in, including on our newest platform. You can always catch us on YouTube and on Twitter as well. 24-13, North Creek with a little pooch kick, taking it to 32. 35, got small and down inside the 40.
I don't think that's the result North Creek wanted on that pooch kick. Glacier Peak starting out on the 45-yard line.
Yeah, no. I would say that is quite accurate.
In Glacier Peak now, what they want to do, right, is they want to control the ball and move the ball. You know, pass plays are fine, but I don't know that down the field is where you want to go right now. You want high percentage passes. You want the run game. You want 5 minutes off the clock at the very least here on this drive. Points or no points, you want time off that clock.
Yeah, I do not want to put this in the air. I really don't, if I'm Glacier Peak, of course.
I don't know. Cooper Jensen.
Yes.
He's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm just saying I want to keep that clock running.
Yeah.
That's what they say. 3 things can happen when you throw the football. 2 of them ain't good. Snap and a give.
There you go.
Tailback Lechner.
Yeah.
Dragging dudes.
I mean, look at that.
Wow. Look.
That is just unbelievable, and he squirts free as they blow it dead.
It's like he never actually, I mean, he does fall to the ground there, but he was never tackled to the ground. He just gets in there, and he stays up on his feet.
The last time I can recall in my experience, and keep in mind I'm new to WESCO, seeing a guy in high school who could do that, he was a little dude. It was Gaston Miller, who had a cup of coffee at Vanderbilt. He would corkscrew. He would dip the shoulder and keep the legs powering in a circle and shake you off and break free to the next level.
You should have seen Miles Gaskin when he was at O'Day. He was like that too.
I really should have.
Yeah. Wow.
Pistol set on a 2nd and 3.
Okay. Oh boy.
Drops it off near side. Jaden Claps breaks a tackle, cuts it up inside, then tries to go outside. Penalty marker down. Thrown with authority. Somebody doing something naughty downfield.
Yeah, that's a high percentage pass that we talked about, right? The clock is going to continue to move, and you pick up 6-7 yards on the play. Now let's check the flag and see what the officials saw.
It could have been helmet to helmet. I don't know, but watch the tackle here.
Oof. Oh, yeah, it very well could be.
Oh, no, it's something on Glacier.
Okay.
I think it was either a hold or a legal use of hands.
That is so hard to see for officials, that helmet lowering and helmet to helmet. Things happen really fast down there, but that looked like that very easily could have been a duck of the head, top of the helmet, right into the jaw of the receiver.
I'm not a fan of that penalty, but at the same time, you can put your head to the side if you're teaching the correct tackling.
Yeah, I agree.
Straight drop, lean, feels the backside pressure, and then just scoots. Oh, stops and starts again and gains about 15 more.
Yeah, he's a special player, a special athlete. He sees little creases, he'll take them, and he's got some courage. He tucks that ball, and he is going to run. Yeah.
Ragged down finally by Luke Naldret.
And a couple other North Creekers. This drive has been really important for Glacier Peak and just a killer for North Creek. At the very least, the field is flipped again.
1-by-2 with a pistol set. Ginchback left for GP on a 1st and 10. Jet sweep motion. They will give it to him, and that is Claps. He will cut it up a little early, then follow his blockers to the outside. Takes 2 men to drag him down.
He did cut that up early, and it's to the short side of the field, though, so there's only so much room over there. And he sees his opportunity, and up and he went, and a good burst of speed to get up through that gap and to pick up a number of yards.
Tackle made by Brady Goff and Kevin Santiago Rodriguez Gonzalez combining on the stop. Been waiting for that one.
That's a good one.
Empty set here. Empty backfield for River Lean. I think we're going to see a screen here to the far side of the field. Pump fake. Pressure comes. We're not going to see much of anything as he runs for his life and gets taken down. A sack lunge for Kateo Fa'aiu.
Yeah, that kid's a good athlete. Look, did you see the spin move?
Just a motor.
Yeah, he was going to attack the outside shoulder of the tackle, then he just spins underneath and runs the quarterback down.
6'2", 222.
An explosive player. Wow, that was an impressive play right there by the North Creek defensive end.
And just the fast twitch muscles that requires.
Gifts.
Bootleg rollout, one-on-one, stutter step, lean, runs to his right, still keeping the play alive, and he's just going to take what he can get and run through 2 more defenders, go out of bounds.
We talked a little bit about at the start of this game how North Creek had a quarterback that was a difference maker, and he's a fantastic athlete, and how difficult it was, and he could take off at any time. I think River has been just as impressive running the football, making decisions, handling the ball in the rain and getting the ball to his playmakers. He has had a fantastic game.
He looks really confident, right?
He really does.
When you see his head out there, he's keeping his concentration, looking downfield. He just feels comfortable back there.
I agree. The game is slow for him. I agree completely.
Mindful of the line of scrimmage as well while he's moving the pocket. Right side and throws this one away, and there's a late hit. There's a late hit. What is
Coach Myers wants a grounding call.
I saw a late shove as he went out of bounds, and good on Lean to kind of sell that one a little bit.
Yeah. And I think that was the officials are huddled up over there now. They're going to talk about this. Was that a grounding or not? Did the ball get back to the line of scrimmage? He was outside the pocket for sure.
Yeah, I thought it got past the original line of scrimmage. I didn't see anyone there.
Yeah, nobody was there, but when you're thrown out of bounds, that's not necessary. But they are going to call grounding. They don't think the ball got back to the line of scrimmage. So they're going to back them up.
And it's a loss of down, too, so it's 4th down and 7 or 4th down and... Okay,
Yeah.
just 4th down and... No, they are going to mark it off. Okay.
Yeah, they're going to mark it off.
Spot foul is it's as good as a sack.
Yeah, and we'll see, are they going to keep the field goal unit out there or not, Glacier Peak? That's a pretty long field goal.
Ball is marked at the 26.
It's a 42-yard field goal.
42-43, yeah.
That's a pretty good boot for a high school kid, and it is pouring down rain out there.
How come the down marker just...
Yeah, why did they move the line of scrimmage down marker up?
No idea. That doesn't make any sense at all.
And yes, it is coming down out there. This is not going to be an easy kick.
Yeah,
But you can't punt it here unless you want to cough and corner it.
You're right. This is your choice. Either you kick it or you go for it. I agree. Now they're moving the sticks. I mean, what the heck's going on down there?
Not a lot of plays for 4th and 18.
There is not. But, North Creek still have a long way to go, even if you didn't get the first down.
Kick on the way.
Wow.
Look out here. Did that go through? My goodness, it did. A 43-yard rainy field goal, and it is 27-13. Watch this kick as we go to break.
Come on, slow motion.
Kick is into the night. And what a kick for 3. Mr. Sam McAfee, back after this.
Marysville Pilchuck loses 28-14.
Oh my goodness, that's a final as we return here. Pilchuck, #1 in the state, and they take the loss. Meanwhile, on STSPN, GP with a 43-yard field goal into the rain.
Impressive. Aggressive call by the coaching staff. They must have had some faith in that kicker.
Well, he did bang one through that would have been good from about 10 or 15 yards farther back earlier. So, hey, roll with it.
Yeah, and they see that kid in practice every day. They know what his distance is and what they're comfortable kicking. Even on a night like this, to walk him out there on a 43-yarder, they must have a lot of confidence in him.
Absolutely.
What was that kick that Pettit did at Lake Stevens? Was it 54?
Yeah, 52.
Yeah.
It might have been 54. It was in the 50s.
I remember Boyle calling it and saying, "Yeah, that would have been good for another foot."
That kid was a booter. He went down. He played down in
Nevada.
Yeah, that's right, Nevada. He was
I remember seeing a Division II soccer standout play football as well. First, the play here is scrambling to keep it alive and making something happen. McGill get to the outside, needs a block, and going to run out of bounds around midfield. What a scramble play for McGill.
Yep. And we knew that about him coming in. And that's probably the first time we've really seen him cause damage with his legs. You can see the Glacier Peak coach is not happy with our gap integrity there on defense. Once that kid's loose, man, he could really hurt you.
The thing I was going to say was this kid was probably the best athlete on the field at any given time, the kicker. He was also the punter. He was a defensive back, and he was a split end.
You're talking about Pettit?
No, this was somebody that I saw back in the day.
That sounds like Pettit.
Dropped it off out of bounds to Omar, but that's another first down, and all of a sudden the big splash plays are there. This is why they were throwing the ball back at their own 1 foot line, Coach.
Well, I guess you're right, and I guess they were right. And this is a big, there's just under 7 minutes left to go in this game, and North Creek has got to get this touchdown right now.
They have been getting chunk first down plays, and they've only burned 16 seconds.
Yeah, this is the drive that they needed. And there he goes again.
Stepping up and just protecting the football and getting it across the 30.
Yeah, it's a nice 7-yard gain. The clock does continue to run. We'll probably see North Creek start going from the line of scrimmage, but I still think they have time. They got plenty of time.
They do have plenty of time. They're down 14, so 2 scores.
Yeah, and if they get one here, right, it's a whole new ball game.
Approaching 6 minutes to play in regulation. Hard count, empty backfield for McGill. Trips to the left. Watch a possible screen there. Nope. Going 4 verts, and he will just take off. Penalty marker down. I think that's a hold downfield. Be careful, country, here as some tempers starting to flare as well.
Now, what are the officials going to say here? What did they say?
I can't tell if it was back behind the play. Well, that's a hold on North Creek. Either way.
North Creek. That's the one thing you couldn't do was go backwards on this drive.
I don't think it was on the pancake, so I feel like it was in that mass of humanity about 5 or 10 yards up the field.
Yeah.
It all happened so quickly that I don't have an assignment of watch those dudes.
Right, exactly. Someone saw something down there, and that is a big penalty all the way back to the 40-yard line now for North Creek.
Man, Glacier Peak can just not let that quarterback loose.
Yeah, he is a special player.
Blitz shown here.
Here he goes
Plenty
again.
of pressure, and he will read it well, and off to the races he goes. Out to just shy of the 20, make it the 23-yard line. What a run for McGill.
Is that 9 yards right there? It's going to be 2nd down and 1, which is prime opportunity to take a shot, isn't it?
Yes, it absolutely is.
Is it 3rd and 1?
It's 3rd and 1, yeah, okay.
Either way, I think it's a good opportunity to take a shot here. You need the points, and you need them quickly.
Tick, 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 tick.
Yeah.
Clock running at 5:20. Trips to the far side.
The coaching staff has changed the play.
Watch Naldret, 12 on the right side.
Oh, my gosh.
Did they just drop that ball?
I don't think they got it. That's a quarterback sneak for nothing.
That was just painful to watch. The play didn't develop.
The Glacier Peak defensive line just shoves the North Creek line straight back into the quarterback. They don't even know that the play's going to happen, and they still beat them just up front. Here we go now, power set.
And I haven't seen this in a minute. Snap, give, tailback, hit, and he will power ahead and pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, the disappointment from the Glacier Peak, the defensive players was like, oh my gosh, that was the play that we needed to make. And North Creek's still alive.
I think that was Lee, Sung-Young Lee, getting small and driving bodies, driving dudes.
Yeah, and North Creek's big guys up front are pushing. I mean, these guys are still fighting and still playing it. It is pouring down rain out there right now.
4:20 left in the ball game, 2-score game. Dropping, blitz coming. Lame duck, nearly intercepted. Diving for it, Wilkinson, but it's incomplete.
Who was that came free for Glacier Peak? Was that a linebacker? Who is it? It was a defensive end. Just took an inside move on the tackle, and he was not touched.
And yeah, Erickson didn't even have to do. I don't even think that was a stunt.
No, I think he took an inside move and just ran straight up the field at the quarterback.
Somebody missed an assignment, and somebody's going to be running laps next week.
Yeah, that's right.
I have heard some angry coaches when they watch that film. The clicker's not always your friend. Straight drop. Here's that one out. Oh, my word. Incomplete. And the fans are going to let him have an earful. Jamal Omar.
Yeah, you don't want to make these mistakes right here. It's a beautiful route, a little hide concept, and he splits the difference between the outside linebacker and the inside linebacker, and the ball is on the money and on time, and he just drops it.
Austin Emmons shading behind that, about 270 pounds. You don't want to get that whack either. 3rd and 10. Nothing riding on this but a chance at this ball game.
Oh, boy. This is a big play for North Creek right here.
Remember the thread. This may go poorly for North Creek if they don't take a deep breath. Pressure comes.
My gosh.
Heaved incomplete, and he is drilled backwards, and now the penalty marker comes out. And are they going to say personal foul? Are they going to say roughing?
Well, it's the only thing that could have saved.
Oh, it's a personal foul because he threw him down.
Okay, I couldn't see the end of the play.
Yeah.
I was watching the ball.
He ran off our camera, basically.
Yes.
But quarterback got rid of the ball, and the lineman on the blitz, he just finished the play. But you can't do that when you're standing the dude up and he threw the ball away.
You wonder, is the exact same as a replay of the play before, and this is what Coach Keck is saying. He's got no idea the guy doesn't have the ball. He's trying to tackle the quarterback. He's on him so fast, and he's got a hold of him before the quarterback throws the ball. So he doesn't know the ball's been released, and he just made sure the quarterback got tackled, and that just saved North Creek.
Yeah, this is where you got to be careful if you're GP, because that was the come apart.
Yeah.
That was the implosion. Pump fake. Airs this one out. Has a man. There he goes to the pylon. No. Catch is made. 1st and goal out to Declan Adams, but just shy of the marker.
Yeah, he was the 3rd receiver in the trips over there, coming back to the short side again, which is what we've talked about this whole game. I think there's a flag down on the field there.
Are they going to call a personal foul on Lechner for giving him a pop there at the end of the play?
Yeah, but he had to. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to.
I don't think that's the call. I'm not sure what it is.
Well, it's in a weird area.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like it'd be a stock block hold or something like that, but I didn't see anything like that.
Unsportsmanlike against Glacier Peak.
I think they called that. Maybe he said something.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to know. The play was a legit play. You can't just let him walk into the end zone. You got to tackle people.
It was a little spicy, though. It was a little spicy. Under 4 to play, and knocking on the door. 1st and goal from the 1 now for El Jefe, the Jaguars of North Creek. McGill waits, barks it out. High snap, pulls it down,
counter.
Ducks his head and gets into the end zone standing up and just gives the ball to the official. Cooler heads prevail. Touchdown Jags.
Yeah, this is a great play on the goal line, and North Creek's known for it. Just a quarterback counter tray, the backside guard and tackle pull, and kick out on the backside of Glacier Peak's defense. The quarterback, untouched, just scampers into the end zone.
27-19. Got to go for point here, right?
Oh, you got to kick it here.
Taking a little time to discuss this. Difficult situation.
Yeah, if they did 2 and got a touchdown, that would win it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but if you don't get it, then you're down. You're down by 8 right now.
They're going to try it.
Then you're going to need a 2. I just think this is the wrong decision.
Plenty of time, and then the pocket breaks. Now running for his life, lobs it too high, just a bit too high, and he couldn't come down with it.
I don't understand it. You got to make it a 7-point game. Now you're going to need a 2-point conversion, even if you score the touchdown, and you wonder if the quarterback couldn't have run that ball in.
I think he could have.
He could have, but he had the play. He just threw it a little bit high and right through the wickets.
Yeah. You said something about...
Oh, forgot. We got to take a break. We'll step aside for a final timeout on STSPN.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Back here with under 4 to play, North Creek down by 8. after the missed 2-point conversion.
Yeah, you've got to give the North Creek coaching staff and their kids credit for hanging in this game, because at any moment it felt like this could get out of hand. And North Creek's just been sticking with their game plan and doing what they're supposed to be doing, and now they're right back in this game with just barely under 4 minutes to go.
North Creek hunting for a possible Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game honor, which we will award in the post-game show. That was a unique bit of trickery.
They do it every time.
And that one a short squib and taken carefully to the ground by Jack Fullerton.
Yep, so there we go. I think that's kind of what North Creek was hoping for in the previous one. Get a little pooch kick and then keep them inside the 30, not give them the ball in the 45. So now Glacier Peak's offense is going to have to come out and execute, right, and get first downs and take time off the clock.
Finish.
Yes, exactly. Finish the game. Both teams have all 3 timeouts, but this could be the end of it if Glacier Peak just does its job right here.
Austin Emmons out there with Adam Troxel and Baxter Cox trying to pay this thing off. Jacob Erickson also out there on the line. North Creek needs a stop. Jet motion, straight drop. There's this one out to Lechner, and he is corralled and sat down at the sticks.
That was an awkward fall.
Did you see his head hit the ground?
I did not.
Well, he's going back, but man, his head hit the ground hard.
Sung-Yun Lee on the stop.
I think this might be more of a groin situation, the way that the back of his cleat stuck in the turf right there at the end.
Yeah. More lower body than upper body.
Yeah, it was an awkward fall. Let's say North Creek used a timeout.
So we'll go ahead and take one as well. 3:42 left in regulation. 27-19 on STSPN.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Back to it here out of the timeout. 27-19. Second down and a long 9, a very long 9. Lechner is out for the moment. He was leaning on his teammate Gabe Russell and stretching in that timeout. But for the time being, Ryan King out there to try and do some damage.
He is just as dangerous.
Pistol, jet motion. They will give on the jet.
Oh, caught him.
And yeah, nothing doing there. Did that ball come loose, or was there just a dog pile there at the end as Rocco Traore fell on him?
Wow. I mean, give North Creek credit now. If that's 2 plays in a row that one of their players has made the play that he needed to make.
Timeout again, North Creek.
Yeah.
We'll take another one here. 27-19, 3:35 left on STSPN.
We at Gene Johnson are here and ready to help with our touch-free service. Being clean and safe are at the top of our minds. We're using gloves, masks, shoe covers, and lots of hand sanitizer. Our software allows us to get your approval without any physical contact. We hope you don't need us, but if you do, we're ready. Gene Johnson, clean, on time, and professional.
It's like a loop machine. Going around town, trying to get down.
Back here on STSPN. Big, huge play for both squads in this one. Straight drop, lean, plenty of time, hit, and sacked. Big play, Lee, and it's a stop for the, a stop of the Grizzlies.
And so here we go. I mean, it is a 8-point game. It's a 1-score touchdown game. And North Creek did exactly what they had to do. They've used all 3 of their timeouts. They pushed the Glacier Peak's offense backwards. And now it's going to be up to the Glacier Peak defense with North Creek having all the momentum to keep them out of the end zone.
Jags took a timeout, but nobody wants to get off the field. So I don't know if we can take this timeout. 3:23 left in regulation. I guess we'll just keep it right here.
This has really turned into a great high school football game in the last 8 minutes because it kind of felt like there for a while it wasn't going to be like this. And boy, now the game is in jeopardy. It could be won by either school at this moment.
27-19. It's hard to believe that the team trailing by 8 has all the momentum right now.
Yeah.
It's all going to rest on this punt as they bring in McKee to handle it.
Ooh,
high
boy.
snap, and he pulls it down. Rugby-style kick, and it's a beaut.
Yep.
It will roll dead about the 43.
Okay. That was a really good executed punt right there by Glacier Peak. And now the defense has to come out and make the plays that the North Creek defense made.
27-19 Peak.
And we know they can.
Yeah, no question.
They've been making them all night.
But North Creek does have that quarterback that can change things in a hurry.
I think they changed up, I don't know. I just, my brain is saying that they've switched it up a little bit in the last 10 plays. They've just kind of started to shift to a different kind of style, running that quarterback, doing a couple of little things that they weren't doing early.
Yeah, agreed, or at least not enough.
Rain coming down in sheets. McGill staring down the nose guard. Straight drop. A little bit of pressure. Dumps it off on a screen.
Oh, no.
And he will get to the edge and out of bounds. Only a gain of a couple.
The quarterback was so far back that when he threw it and the running back caught it, I thought he was loose, but he was 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and he only ended up getting a yard or so.
Traore on the reception. Nose guard in there like a rock right now is Austin Emmons at 270. Got some beef on both lines, as we've said all night. 3:04 and the clock stopped, fourth quarter.
Empty formation.
Swings it near side, whistle, and I think that's a false start against the Jaguars.
Is it up front, huh? The lineman pulled a little early?
It could have been that we're not going to get numbers.
Yeah,
but
false start.
I think it might have been Traore didn't get set for a full count.
Okay.
He went in motion out here, and he knew he was going to get the rock.
He can be going in motion, right, when the ball is snapped. One player can, as long as he's not moving forward at the time the ball is snapped.
Okay, then you're probably right. It was probably a guard or
maybe one of the linemen, because they were faking that quarterback counter tray off of that play.
3:02, clock stopped, fourth quarter. There goes the quarterback counter, and he will duck his head and dive for the 45-yard line.
So we got the yardage back that they lost. What they lose is a down.
Yeah. And the clock runs out of timeouts. Can't lose sight of that. You need 8 points.
It's third down now, third and long, third and 9.
Third down and a full solid 9. Two receivers to the near side. That is the wide side. Let's see if they work it. Straight drop McGill. Goes back short side. Oh my goodness, incomplete. That one intended for Naldrett, and that could be the ball game.
Yeah, it's going to be fourth down here. And I didn't see how close was he, because he is, it's a great job by the safety. The Glacier Peak just flashed right in front of that ball.
Was that 22, Valmonte?
Oh, gosh, I couldn't. Yeah, maybe it was 45. I don't know. Yeah.
Valmonte and Ryder Wilkinson both in the area.
Yeah. Here we go. It's fourth down and 9. This is the game for North Creek.
McGill. Snap and a give.
Reverse.
It's a little trickeration. Naldrett down the field has a man, and it is incomplete. And that will pretty much do it.
That should pretty much do it. Glacier Peak, with 2 minutes to go, they only need a first down, and they should be able to get in victory
What a great
formation.
little trick play, though. I mean, that was
That was the end around reverse
his hands
pass.
were on the ball, so you can't say they haven't practiced it.
No, it was really well executed, and what I liked about it, it was a reverse pass, which is trickery, but they had two guys, and it wasn't like there was one player that's your only option. He gave the receiver or the quarterback, wide receiver quarterback, two options, and he picked the wheel route, and he threw it pretty well.
Just a little bit long.
A little bit.
And what's going to make you feel glad, but also make you kick yourself if you're North Creek watching the tape, he had 2-3 steps.
Yeah, throw it a little bit shorter, right? Give your guy a chance.
If he catches that ball, we're talking 2-point conversion for the tie.
Yeah, would have been a lot of fun to finish up the game.
Pistol set here for GP to try and grind this one out. Lechner
don't go out of
bubbling
bounds.
out, stiff arm, and it lets him drag him down. And hey, that was a smart play to stiff arm the dude and let him stop you in bounds.
Yeah, agreed.
But why, right?
I don't know why why are you running laterally right now? Just give the ball to your big back up the pipe, and if you get 2 yards, great. Don't flirt with the sidelines like that. Ay, ay, ay.
North Creek, no timeouts.
Yeah, no timeouts. Why are we flirting with the sidelines? Give it to Lechner up the pipe, coach.
Send it in, Jerome.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's not outthink ourselves here.
Emmons to the left and Johnson to the right. If you're looking at the
what happened?
The guards,
that's saying the Glacier Peak took too long.
Did they take a little too long to get this set up? They did, and that's going to stop the clock. If you see anything distorting the picture, it could be the smoke coming out of Coach's ears. And GP will just take a timeout. So
okay, all right,
we'll take it as well. Back after this, hopefully to finish this thing off on STSPN.
Plumbing technicians and apprentices. Working together, learning together, masters of the craft, passing on their skills and knowledge for the trade.
I'm Gene Jr., and we are growing fast. As one of the senior techs, I really enjoy sharing and teaching, really because I'm selfish and it makes me feel good.
Getting paid to teach and learn valuable skills that can support your life, family, and dreams.
I'm Renee. I'm an apprentice, and I like.
Back to action here out of that reluctant timeout. Snap and a fake of the jet. A little okey doke again.
And game over, fellas.
And a power payoff by Lean. I love the fake of the jet.
It's fantastic. Quarterback counter tray all on North Creek. Just fake the jet sweep and let the quarterback run up the pipe for 15 yards. I love it. Love the play call. Love the execution.
Now we're going victory formation.
Yeah, should get into victory formation here and call it good. You're going to have to snap it once, maybe twice?
I think probably twice, depending on when they mark it ready.
Well, it depends if we have a delay a game or not.
That's also a valid point. But, Coach, you look at things from a coach's standpoint. I look at things from a coach's standpoint. This is one of those, I'm glad we got the win. Now I'm going to chew some tail, and you guys are going to run, and we are going to work on some things.
It's always better to learn after a win.
Valid. Valid point. We got it done. We did what we needed to do, but we didn't do what we needed to do.
Yeah. So let's get better next week, next time.
They will not have to snap it again.
We got some cheerleading going on here in the booth. We got some I Believe, which is actually my
it is.
saying. They've stolen it now at Glacier Peak. That should have gone with me when I left.
What else did you give out? A Snickers or a Skittles? Or
Yeah. We had certain candy bars for interceptions and fumble recoveries and tackles for loss. Yeah, we had a lot of fun when we were here.
Well, Glacier Peak gets the win. We will take a break. We'll award our Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game when we return on STSPN.
Yeah, congrats to the Grizz.
Introducing Corey, the new recruit. Our Seattle area plumbing company just keeps on growing. Every day, every job, every person is a champion on our team. How we support each other to support our customers is changing the game.
Hey, Gene Johnson Plumbing and Heating, Corey here. How could it possibly be this great to work for a plumbing company? Gene Johnson Plumbing really sets the bar. They are trend setting the nation for a plumbing company. My wife, for the first time in years, wants to bake and cook for my team. Gene Johnson Plumbing is my new plumbing home away from my own. And I will stand by that until I retire. I'm happy.
Experience respect, pride, and appreciation for doing great work.
Okay, here we go.
Back here on STSPN, big win for Glacier Peak as they grind out the victory. Amp Harrell here, Coach Steve Hannan there, and Todd Elvig pushing the buttons, taking care of us. And so we will award our player of the game, our adrenaline fundraising player of the game, and we're going to track him down on the camera and award his shirt. But a lot of folks in the running for this. River Lean, the quarterback. Trey Lechner, of course, he's always going to be under consideration. And we were talking about some of the linemen, weren't we, Coach?
Yeah, and last time that I was here, we were talking about giving it to the entire offensive line by the way they handled Woodinville. But Lechner ran for his 200-something odd yards and 3 touchdowns. He had to give it to him. So tonight we picked someone else.
And it's a two-way player, Mr. Logan Sarzak. He had several catches, kind of a safety valve in this. Did some screen action, good stock blocking, which I'm a big fan of that. And he was a solid contributor on defense as well. He's officially listed as a wide receiver cornerback, 6'4", $175, and he's just a junior, so we'll have him back here next year. But our adrenaline fundraising player of the game, Logan Sarzak. And if your fundraising efforts for your school, your church, your nonprofit, if they need a little bit of amping up, if you will, see what I did there?
Yeah.
Contact Adrenaline Fundraising, and they will put the thunder in your fundraising efforts. Final thoughts tonight, Coach?
Well, nobody does fundraising better than David Wright at Adrenaline. He's the best for sure. Final thoughts is Glacier Peak can be a legitimate state contending qualifying football team, and they could be 1 and out. They've got everything that they need to get it done. Now it's about consistency through the entire game is what we want to start to see. Finishing up. There you go. That's the term I'm looking for. Finish the game.
100%. This is the equivalent of don't shoot, good shot. You got the win, but you didn't play a great, complete game.
Yeah.
And so, as you said, it's always easier and always more fun to coach them up after a win.
No question, and plenty to learn from this game. North Creek's a good football team. Not good enough to make Glacier Peak pay with a loss here, but they were going to run into those teams in the playoffs.
There you see my guy Sarzak getting the shirt there. Logan Sarzak, our adrenaline fundraising player of the game, as they're breaking this thing down after we are done. Speaking of getting done, a couple of things as we're out the door. Marysville Pilchuck, #1 in the state. They fall. They will fall to 4-1 in the WESCO 3A North, and they will fall behind Arlington, who improves to 5-1 in the league.
Yeah, give Arlington all the credit in the world for winning this football game. Nice job, boys up there north.
They did the work.
Yeah.
They went hunting, and they found somebody to hit, and they did the work, and they completed the game.
I got to tell you, that's film that I'd like to see because Marysville Pilchuck is so big and so physical up front. I'd like to know how Arlington handled that.
Yeah,
it just is impressive.
I mean, they had them, was it 28-7 at the half?
Well, Coach Dollar does a great job. He's been up at Arlington for a while now, and he is a really good football coach. Does a great job up there.
Well, and the final was 28-14. Meanwhile, Glacier Peak will improve to 5-1 overall. They are, of course, 1-0 in WESCO 4A. Now, Mr. Elvig, where will we be next week, and who will we have on the air?
We're here for the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
So next week we've got Jackson, and then week after that it's an ugly one.
Okay.
Lake Stevens.
Oh, that's going to be a game.
There we go.
That is going to be a game, folks.
That's your STSPN look ahead. Tomorrow on KRKO, it's Silver Tips Hockey, Pink the Rink night against the Seattle Thunderbirds. And next Friday, it's Mariner at Arlington on KRKO. That'll wrap things up from here. My great appreciation to the coach for bringing the Thunder once again.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. It's just fabulous to have your perspective because you're quick and you see a lot more stuff because you're in this league. In this area, and so you know what you're looking at.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys inviting me out. It's a lot of fun.
And my thanks to the folks in the truck, the entire production team. I don't have enough time to recognize them because I'm getting the wrap it up sign. For Steve Hannan, for Todd Elvig, I'm Amp Harrell. Your final score, 27-19. Glacier Peak gets the win over North Creek. Till next time, we'll see you at the game.
Right beside is dropped down.